Yeah. Only love the right. Hello, 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 everybody. Let me just first apologize for technical issues earlier on with our live on Testimony Thursday. You're listening to the voice of Royal Cleopatra, your host with the most, who will be speaking on the subject matter of what doesn't kill you make you stronger. I do apologize. You know, the devil sometimes try to stop us, but that's what I'm talking about. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. We drop, we get up back, and we go again. So guys, thank you so much for your patience. I do apologize. Let me know as you come on in this time. Let me know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Like AT&T. Free ad, free ad, free ad. Can you guys hear me now? If you're listening, please let me know if you're listening to my voice, Royal Cleopatra. Let me know if you're hearing me before we go further. I don't want to be sitting here talking or, just making a bag of noise and you're not hearing me. If you're on and you're hearing my voice, please let me know ASAP. Put a thumbs up in the chat or say yes or no. Please, guys, if you're watching, if you're listening, let me know. Volume up, ready up, ready up. Thank you so much. All right, we're good to go, good to go. All right, guys, so it's my pleasure to be welcoming you all to this space right here on QC Uplifting and Inspiring Ministries International. Your concerns concern me, and together we conquer. We are in this thing together. You know, sometimes we just need someone else with us, by us. Two heads better than one. Sometimes, sharpens iron. Gotta encourage each other. So, guys, I'm actually sending out this live one more time. So, listen to the music. Please let them know that we are on. Text somebody, tag somebody, tell somebody, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. We are live tonight, and I have a big announcement to make, guys. So, you don't want to miss it. So, we're now watching time tonight. It's 9:35 p.m. in the US of A. I'm live from Naples, Florida. Big up all my Caribbean people, especially Jamaicans, Canada, the UK, all my supporters from across the world. We see you. Yeah, we do. All right, guys. So I'm gonna put some music on. Let me know if you're hearing the music. I know you're hearing my voice. Volume up. You're hearing my voice. Let me know if you are hearing the music as well. Just put a thumbs up in the thing while I share this live. All right, guys. That's the only way they're gonna know that we're on. And I want to hear people's views. If you have a small testimony, call in and just let us hear your testimony. Let us give God thanks. Yeah, because a lot of times, as I said, we are ungrateful. A lot of times we do take things for granted and saying, oh, it's coincidence, muck up luck. No, you are blessed. You are more than a conqueror. You are an overcomer. When you come in this space, it's a safe zone. We support each other. We inspire. We invigorate. So if you are at your wits' end and you feel like you're all alone, no, baby girl, no, baby boy, you're not alone. We're in this thing together. Or someone like myself may have been through the hills and the valley, but I made it through. Still going on. All right, guys. So let me know if you're hearing the music. I'm going to be sharing so let others know that we are here. Righteous, but he keep that's right. Sasha, you never know, say after me, Jesus, I'm the original authentic situation. Oh, you mean Nicholas, believe me? After me, Jesus, too. After me, Jesus, too. After me, God, too. I want you to know. I think me Jesus too. And I want to swear. I think me Jesus can make me happy. Rock it. I think me Jesus can make me happy. So I want you to know. I think me Jesus too. Let me tell you something. I feel me Jesus walk on the water. I feel me Jesus raised in the daughter. I feel me Jesus belong to the slaughter. I feel me Jesus be like no brother. I feel me Jesus look at heart. I feel him at the finisher and the author. Him the all that water. And I make it answer the water. Him life me a copy. Sin me as happy. Go all the most sins in a make it happy. We deserve it, but the place him happy. Whole things fast when I switch a happy. Him give me wife. She a me catty. Him give me love. He come more than a copy. Him give me most mercy. I can't happy. Protect me more than a baby. And a happy. I see a weird Lord. I feel me Jesus too. I want you to know. I feel me Jesus too. I believe. I feel me Jesus. Body make me happy. I feel me Jesus. And make I want you to know I've been with Jesus too. Let me tell you who it belongs to. Give me Jesus, take me Jesus. Them idol could be me Jesus. Give me Jesus, take me Jesus. This a blind man used to me Jesus. Give me Jesus, take me Jesus. I'm a champion. Give me Jesus, give me Jesus, take me Jesus. I'm the give me and give me Jesus. We are happy, Jesus I'm happy. Give me Jesus, you love everybody. Everybody baptized money. You rescue your last and your favorite hobby. Jump up on grave, see the top of your money. Jump up on grave and say your money. Tell it to the drive money, don't catch it, Jesus, set me on Jesus. I believe you. I think that Jesus too. I want you to know. I think that Jesus too. I think that Jesus, why you make me rock it? I think that Jesus, why make me clap it? I want you to know. I think that Jesus too. We are going to run down Jesus. Come follow me now. To the right, to the right, to the right. And you know I can't call it the salt and the light. To the left, to the left, to the left. And the sheriff had word like a spiritual chef. Back to the right, back to the right, back to the right. If you want my feet that side. Again to the left, left. The devil in car, to the right, not hand chef. To the right hand, to the left hand, to the right hand, to the left hand. Praise God to the right hand, the left hand. To the right hand, to the left hand. The word of God is spiritual weapon. To the right hand, to the left hand. He the blind and the cripple and the deaf man. I think Jesus, body make me rock it. I think Jesus can make me happy. I want you to know. I think Jesus too. Happy me Jesus who let me stop it. Happy me Jesus that make me stand it. I want you to know. Happy me Jesus too. Happy me Jesus, body make me rock it. Happy me Jesus, body let me rock it. I want you to know. Happy me Jesus too. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So since we had some technical issues earlier on, we're not going to waste any time. You know, the plan, when plan A doesn't work, you gotta jump over to plan B or C. That's what I'm doing tonight. Nothing is gonna stop us. We are live. And please share this live tonight. We're gonna speak on the topic or the subject matter. What does not kill you makes you stronger. Have you been there? Many of us today, we're here because we told ourselves that, look, we can do better. We can get up, we can rise, and we can brush ourselves off. And what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. We can do it. What we didn't get to do yesterday, tomorrow is another day, and we can do it tomorrow. If we didn't get it tomorrow, we can still continue to go on and on and on. As long as we have life, where there's a will, there is a way, right? And so many of us today, we're living with integrity, speaking your truth, even though others may not like it. And some of us, we should have been 6 feet under, but we are still breathing. We are alive and kicking. We're kicking Satan badly. I know a lot of people may say, who is Satan? But what does not kill us make us stronger? Sometimes when we look at it, babies, some of us, when we were born, or some of us know of people who are having children today. Babies are born with abnormalities. So it's a joy. It's a joy in our spirit. It's a joy in our soul when we have a child, and a child has 10 fingers, 10 toes, a normal head, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 nose, 2 nostrils, 1 mouth, 2 lips, and the nostrils are proportionately placed strategically as how it's supposed to be. You look at your baby's feet, you see 10 toes, and you check them and you see that the baby can move. Yes, we got to give God thanks, because what does not kill us makes us stronger. Now, the same thing. I'm going to start from the baby stage to the stage when we become grown adults. Now, babies, I know they don't understand. Some people say they don't understand. But to tell you the honest truth, even from their inside of the womb, they can hear, they can see, in the sense that they are sensitive to light. They have a heartbeat, right? So they're human. And it's amazing. It is amazing to watch the baby inside of the belly. It's such a wonder. It makes you wonder how. Yeah. But that's where we're coming from. We reach a stage where we're outside, we're into this new world. We can see, we can hear, we're recognizing faces. Then we reach a stage where we start to crawl. Or before that, we start rolling over, we start crawling, we start standing. Then we take our first step. Then we start running. But when we fall, when you see those children, those toddlers fall, don't you see them get up back and they brush themselves off? Even though they may cry, they get up and they come running back to you. So what does not kill us makes us stronger. And I'm saying that whatever didn't happen for you yesterday, whatever you did not achieve yesterday, tomorrow is another day. And there's always another tomorrow. I understand that life is not guaranteed, but once you are here and you have that gift of life, you have another chance. You have another chance. So don't let anything deter you. Don't let anyone, for that matter of fact, tell you, because I'm sure a lot of us, when we were children, people tell us, oh, you're not coming out to nothing. You're not going to amount or sermon to nothing in life. You're just a rascal. You're just a rogue, just because, as children, we have some misbehaving children. And I understand. But instead of speaking down and speaking negative into their lives, what should we do? Find out what's going on. Love them irrespective. Show them love. When you show someone love, you get a different feedback. You get a different response from them, even as adults. When people don't love us, we don't give off that same aura, as if that sweet aroma, as if when we know that they genuinely, and the action follows the word love. It's the same thing with a child. And I, myself, as a mother, every day I learn. So I don't have it all together. I don't know it all. I'm always a student. We're in this together. Your concerns concern me, and together we conquer. So that's why we have a session like this. Every Thursday, we come on here and we give testimonies and we speak about matters that concern you, that concern I, that concern us. So, what I'm going to do is to just start by saying, I have this author is saying that writing makes me feel alive, words heal me. Writing makes me feel alive, words heal me. What is this saying? You have some people today, they're feeling depressed. They're feeling like they want to do away with themselves. They can't cope. No matter how someone tries to encourage them, to motivate them, it's like they don't want to hear that. They're hearing something different inside their head. But if we just think on something positive, hold on to those words, those positive words, or do something that is positive, something that makes you become alive, something that takes your mind away from the negative vibe, from that depression, from that suppression, from that oppression, you'd see that what does not kill you make you stronger. Sometimes I know cuss bring angry words. When we're cursing, nothing nice normally comes out of our mouth. But sometimes, if we would just tell someone something that positive vibration, something to uplift them, something to inspire them, you don't understand how much of a wound that you would have assisted that person to heal. And a wound, in this sense, doesn't necessarily mean that it is literal. We all know that wound, when it is there, we have to take care of it so that it can heal. It's the same thing when others are going through a difficult situation and we see it. Let's not play a blind eye. Let us be our brothers and sisters keepers. So no matter how hard things get, don't giving up on yourself. Come on. Giving up on yourself, what is that going to benefit you? Taking your own life, what is that going to benefit you? Giving up on yourself only makes it harder for you to cope. What you would do is to, what I would suggest is to always pick yourself up, like I gave you the analogy with a baby or a toddler. They fall, they get up. They may cry, it may hurt, but they get up and they come running back to you. Always pick up on yourself because you can. Yes, you can. Do not tell yourself that you can't. You know, I always hear people say, no, me can't, I can't is a sluggard. I'm sure you heard that before. Always pick up on yourself because you're capable. You are capable of overcoming hardships. That's why when you come here, you join this group, you notice I call you my conquerors. You're more than a conqueror. Sometimes let me tell you this, what I have personally noticed is that until I find myself in a difficult situation, that's when I really realize how strong I am. Sometimes you think to yourself that, you're so comfortable and you think that, Lord, I'm feeling so weak today or I'm not in the mood today. And you feel like, but they say when trouble take your picnic shot, fit you. In other words, when you're in a difficult situation, for most of us who have that willpower that says, look, I'm not going down. I'm not going down. You realize how strength, you muster that strength in a jiffy. You are capable of overcoming hardships. You are capable of overcoming difficulty because this is how you make a comeback. Sometimes, yes, we may go backwards as the babies again. They nanny back when they start to creep, right? You see them sometimes they go backwards. Sometimes they don't even want to go on their knees because they don't want them nice clean knees get black, right? But they try to figure it out. It's the same thing when we become adults. We have to try to figure our way out. Life is not a, a bed of roses. Sometimes coffee, sometimes tea. And that is one of the main reasons why I am so grateful for my, most people would say, humble upbringing, but me say I was raised in a poor environment. Yeah. In that socio-economic poverty lifestyle. It makes me who I am today. What did not kill me made me stronger. I'm gonna give you a little story. When I was a little girl, me as a little girl, me used to pee bed. Used to pee bed all 8 years old. And some of the times when I pee and the other children them on the bed, I would roll them over, they realize they find out it's me and they put me down on the ground. So I have to make up my bed and put it on the ground. Yeah? And remember them times that you're growing up with your extended family and the nuclear family, everybody in one. Living with my grandmother, you're living with aunts, uncles, cousins, mother, auntie, everybody, you know, poor, poverty. We had life. And those times compared to now, we were more happy. We were happier. But anyways, yeah, I had to go on the ground. So every morning before the moon goes out and the morning star, I had to take up my pea bundle and bring it down by the crossroad at the pipe and wash it out. And after that, I had to fill 2 drums of water. I had to wash the dishes. I had to sweep the yard. I had to clean the house. Sometimes I felt like I was like a Cinderella. I felt like there was never no ending on working hard as a child. Being a child, I'm sorry. You should be playing or doing, the things that you love, but I had to be working like a housewife would just because of my socioeconomic upbringing, the background that I'm coming from. But all in all, I also remember when sometimes water would have gone, so there's no water, so you have to buy the water, you have to take time with it. One chimney of water that had to be in me. One little baby cup. You remember those baby cups with the little sprout and the 4 holes or 3 holes in it? One cup of that had to brush your teeth. Sometimes we did not have rugs. Sometimes I did not have a rug. Cersei Bush was the rug with some carbolic soap. My skin was so pretty. And I'm sure one would look at it and say, Cersei Bush for rug? But at the end of the day, I had beautiful skin. My skin was spotless, clean. One chimney of water. You better make that bed and you better also make that wash out your panty too. When you get one dumpling, if you do get one dumpling, you better make sure that full your belly. Some would say half a dumpling, but guess what? Half a dumpling is better than zero. Little turn corn meal better than nothing. I know many children Them time or still now today, who would wish they had food, even just to smell the aroma coming from the kitchen or from the pot. Because some of we never have kitchen when time where I grow up, right? What does not kill me made me stronger. You have a little outside kitchen, tuck up to sweep the yard. We never had the luxury of having a broom that was as tall as us where we could hold it up and we don't have to bend. We had to go to the bush and cut broom. You know what I'm talking about? And you bundle it, you get the whisk and you bundle it and you had to bend your back and sweep. What did not kill me makes me stronger. Make the fact that I'm sitting here sharing with someone today, because I know a lot of people are going through turmoil in their minds. Thoughts are running upside down. Like I said, some people thinking of ending their lives. Some people feel like giving up, throwing in the towels. Why? When you can pick up on yourself. A lady called me yesterday and told me that, look, I don't need to call any names, but it's just testimony Thursday. And she said, Cleopatra, my landlord said I have to come out by Saturday. I'm begging you, please, to assist me. I've heard different stories. People feel like giving up. But let me tell you something. I am sitting here. You're over there. You're hearing my voice. I can't see you. I can't hear you. But the fact that I'm here trying to spread love, trying to spread a positive vibe, positive words will invigorate and inspire someone and allow that person to change their whole mindset. This year is a year. We don't have much time. The ending of time is fast approaching. Don't let anything stop you. You know, Sizzler, I know he's a secular artist, but he said no matter the roadblocks that they set up, they just can't hold us down. Tell yourself that every day that I can, I must, I shall, I will. I can't afford to go back. I can't afford to stay down. Staying down, what is that going to do? Just make you more depressed until it gets worse and you're in a devastated position. You see how many people jumping? The lady jumped through the window, the 12th floor recently. We don't want any more of that. What did not kill you? You got some ton Camille, you went to your bed, you drink some water, you go to bed. When I was in high school, people, let me tell you this. It's testimony Thursday, so let me testify. Let me share some of my testimonies with you, whoever is listening, whoever will be listening. When I was in high school, like I said, I did not go through high school with any form of textbook, not one. I graduated, thank God. But there were many times when hungry and lick my belly. And them say hungry and water is poison, but that's a lie. That's a lie. I can sit here and tell you today that that's a lie. That's a lie. Hungry and water, that was my delicacy. That was my life savior for many days. Not one, not two, not three. Many days when I was going to high school. Primary school wasn't so bad because you used to get your lunch to go to school no matter what. They bake some potato, hella bottom, hella top, hallelujah, and the middle potato pudding, and you get your lunch. Sometimes me eat after that before me reach a school. But high school was where the challenge started for me. Many a times I had to boom ride. You know what I mean to blast up anything. In Jamaican term, you all know what I mean. Most Caribbean people, you stop for non-vehicle, you don't even know who the person is, but you're taking risks. That was me. I used to tell the teachers that I'd rather be late for school than not be at school. There was one morning when I left. I was raised in St. Elizabeth. Well, Center and St. Elizabeth, borderline Manchester. I went to high school in Manchester. And where I lived one of the time, a place called Octin Betty. And to go to the crossroad was quite a distance. And my stepdad at the time, he had a bike. Three of us on the bike heading to the crossroad, and I was sitting on top of the tank. And just as we reached the river, a dog out of nowhere, early morning, Dana Brocket, it's still dawn. I don't know where the dog come from, right in front, in the front wheel. We all fell off the bike, right? I was out of school for like 2 weeks. Like, I don't know. I think I've told this story before. My whole hand here was like looking like an alligator back, a bullfrog back. I have many different you see that right here, these right here, these are still um signs of injury. Like, yeah, right there. And on my ankle, my knees to show. That did not kill me. It makes me stronger. Every day. We all go through life lessons and we learn along the way. We've seen many times on the news people they're caught in compromising positions and they face out there in the news and they feel like killing themselves. But at the end of the day, why are you going to kill yourself? Things do happen. Some of us it's just that we don't get caught. Why are we going to kill ourselves? Why are we going to give up? Find a friend, someone who you can confide, you can trust in, and share some of your thoughts with. Someone who can uplift you, not sit and gossip with you. Someone you can learn from. Someone who you've seen gone through the struggles and they're still living, they're still surviving. Associate yourself with people like those. Hardships come, hardships go. Sometimes it's not our fault. As you can see, the economy across the world right now, everything is increasing. Bully beef, gone up, and yet still you pay. It's not going up as fast as how these prices are going up. Gas, food items. I mean, recently I went to service my vehicle and when I called and to find out the price. When I heard, I was like, hold on, that's not what I paid the last couple of months. Since this year, they've increased the price. What am I going to do? I just have to sit down and try to figure out another plan, probably plan D. I can't just sit and dwell on the fact that, yeah, the price gone up and this is the only money I have or whatever. No, I got to figure out another stream of income. Fear is another thing that caused a lot of us to give up. Fear. Don't let fear stop you. It might stop you from trying a lot of things, but you shouldn't. You should not always try. You shouldn't always give up. Try. Try anyway. Don't stop trying. Nothing beats a failure but a trial. You have to let fear know that you're no longer a slave to fear. Fear, even today, fear is what is causing a lot of people from going forward. Fear is what is causing a lot of people of sitting down in unhealthy relationships, sitting down in unhappy relationships. Fear is causing us not to go forward. Fear is causing us not to start our own business. Fear, the unknown, is causing us to be uncertain and thinking negative. Drop that. Take a step back, look at yourself, look in the mirror, and say, I can. I can. There's no other way. Another thing, I know people have always said it. Even when you don't have anything, I'm sure you have a story. You can remember something that you've been through and you didn't know how you were going to get out of it and you got out of it. And another time and again and again and again. Don't forget that. Think about those times that, look, I thought I would not have made it. And share your story with somebody else. Sometimes giving back when you don't have anything else is the ultimate therapy of just giving up, wanting to give up. Help, find something to do in your community. Assist some elderly people. That will always heal your whole mind, change your mindset. You know, Jimmy sings a song. I was born by the river in a little tent. Yeah. A lot of us born in a some taco and grew up in a some taco, but today we have mansions, we have houses, we have real estate, we can invest. What did not kill you made you stronger. Use your experience and uplift somebody, because when you think that you are on the verge or you're the last one, there is always somebody else worse off than you. Just remember that. Keep telling yourself that someone out there is worse, is going through worse than I am. Not necessarily worse than you, but in a worse off situation. You getting up and trying to assist that same person, you don't know how much that is like healing, like therapy to you. Mm. Sometimes, another thing I would say, when you feel like giving up and feel like you can't go anymore, take a break. Take a break. Time out. You know, watching NBA and you see them want to come up with different strategies. Time out. Do the same. You know, sometimes we sit down and we see some things in our life, and we take it for granted, but there's always something that we can learn from something or somebody else out there. Always in a positive light. It doesn't necessarily always have to be all negative, drama, drama after drama, drama after drama. No. Sometimes you're walking on the street or you're driving and you see something, you'll be like, man, it amazes you. You never even thought of that. But it gave you another insight on life, on how to cope with life, on how to stay strong and not give up. Take a break. Remember that all things in your life, everything can happen in one day. Down to the earth, them say, or this world was not made in one day. Be grateful for something in life. Try to be as thankful as much as you can. You don't have to wait till them so-called Thanksgiving Day. Be thankful every day. You rise and shine, you wake up, you can see out of your two eyes. Be thankful for life. You might not have no money. You might not have no food on your table. You might not know how you're going to pay your bills, but you have life. You have another opportunity to go to the drawing board and put on your thinking cap. Use your brain wisely as long as it's functioning optimal in its optimal capacity. Use your brain wisely. Now pack it up with no junk. As I've said, sometimes we take important things for granted. We see others that go through some stuff and we say, "Ah, lucky, she lucky." Mm-mm. That person decided they're not giving up until the end. Don't let the pain that you feel cloud your mind and cloud your gratitude for life. Don't let that pain, because that pain is only temporary. I understand that your pain may not be my pain may not be your pain, but don't let that pain cloud out you being grateful. What does not kill you make you stronger. It makes you stronger. Another thing that I realize in life, sometimes why we get it wrong and we want to give up quickly and we don't want to try again, is because we're striving for perfection. Some of us, we have OCD. We're striving for perfection. You don't need to be perfect to get it right. Every day you're going to learn. Every day you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. It is okay to fail. That's how you're going to learn how to do it better. Your failure will give you a story so that you also can inspire thousands, millions of people like I'm sitting here on this platform. Challenging times doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, the end is here. Share your challenges. Who needs to hear? Someone who needs you to guide them into their future. You will have a story. That's what it is. Look at it as, you know what? Remember, every single one of us, we have a story to tell. Every single one of us, we have a story to tell. And the stories are not always good stories. Stories are our stories of rejection, abandonment. Oh, this one do me that. And oh, I thought that I couldn't bear this pain. And oh my God, I've been in an accident and I almost died. Or, I got evicted. Or, I had to file bankruptcy or something. I lost a loved one. Yes, even death. But at the same time, you're still here to tell your story, what you've been through. You're still here. Use life wisely. Energy is expensive. Don't waste it. on nonsense. Don't waste it. Use it. Think outside the box. Get people in your corner who are like-minded, who, if you have an idea and you go to them not jealous and run with the idea and go and leave you. They will sit with you and try to plan out something that will come to fruition, that will come to realization, actualization. It's okay to dream big and work towards it. That's why a lot of us give up because we think that, oh, yeah, man, make a dream, but what are we doing towards that dream? We write it down, but that's where it stays. It's not going to work. What you put in is what you get out. Remember that. You can't want plant corn and reap peas, or vice versa. Sometimes our lives transform us. The things that we've been through, it transform us from that bad situation. What was meant for evil turned out to be a blessing to you. So it will eventually result into transformation. Transformation Thursday, Testimony Thursday. You've been through that test so you can testify. You've been through that mess so that you can have a message for somebody else. What does not kill you make you stronger? Why you want to give up? Look how much we used to run up and down, panty and drop down our foot and all, and we're sitting here today. A lot of us, when we were in school, some of us, we didn't take education seriously. We wasted our time in high school or wasted our time in school, wherever, whichever path we took. But we decide at some point in life that, listen, we got to pull our socks up and get it right. Because when you look around and you see the dunces person in a class, them a lawyer, them have a PhD, you want to say, hold on, I never so dunce. That's inspiration. Where there's life, there is hope to cope. Why are you giving up on yourself? A lot of us, we don't love ourselves, and that's the reason why we give up on ourselves. We're waiting for people to love us. I was once that person. So I can share with you. You got to love yourself first. When you love yourself first, and everything else comes after, you'd be surprised to see the strength, how it rises, how it increases. Because it's like you tell yourself, so look here, there's nothing that I can do. Remember, everyone was a beginner before they became an expert. Always remember that everyone was a beginner before they became an expert. We all did not have knowledge of whatever it was. But some of us decided that we're gonna put our head to it, we're gonna put our shoulder to the wheel and we're gonna rub it. Nose knot and all, sweat and tears and all, we're gonna do it. Sleepless nights, we're gonna do it. Heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden eye. Don't quit. You remember those poems when we were going, some of us in the Caribbean, Jamaica. I'm Jamaican, and I always gotta say in Jamaica, but across the world, I'm sure every culture has their own way of how they did, or how the things that they would use for a stepping stone to a mantra, whatever, affirmation, whatever they use to keep themselves going and not stopping. It's not how hard you fall, it's how well you rise. You can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, and if somebody else can do it, many people were homeless. I was also homeless. I told you guys before, I won't elaborate, but I was homeless. I was broke, struggling for 10 cents to make up to purchase something in the supermarket. Buy pampers for baby, milk for baby. Didn't have all the money. I was there. But I tell myself, say, if I had wasted time when I was younger, I gotta pull myself together. Especially when we have children. When we give up, what do we expect our children? What example are we setting for our children, our loved ones, people who are relying on us? Let me tell you something. No matter how bad life is, there's always at least one person relying to rely on you. So when you think about, what, I'm not gonna further, I can't gonna further. Stop telling yourself that. Remember, you're not alone. Many other people are going through the same or worse. You're not alone. Sometimes you can find articles to read on, to educate, to edify yourself, to build on yourself. Books, articles. Many times you see people, some people that don't like reading, but they get into the habit of reading because when they find out that someone else who went through something, they put their story in the form of a book. Like I said, remember everything was flat on this in this place. There was nothing in this world before you and I came. Nothing. So just imagine nothing in this world till man can learn how to build aircraft, man learn how to build house, man learn how to build car, man learn how to build telephone, build a mic that I'm speaking on, the laptop that I'm speaking through, technology, the internet. Think about your purpose. What is your purpose in life? And don't tell me that you don't have a purpose in life. Every single jackman on this earth have a purpose. You have God has a will for you. We have talents. Some of us, we have not only one talent, but we have talents. Seek out what is your talent and use it. Instead of sitting down and watching the person that over there and say, hold on, oh, she reached here so quick. Yeah, you may not have had the money when you finish high school to go straight head into college. You had to go and work at McDonald's, or you had to go ahead and wash people's car, or even stand on the stoplight on the street and beg using your pan or your bottle. But what does not kill you make you stronger. I know sometimes with that being said, we get abused along the way, but that's okay. It still did not kill us. It only makes us stronger. Teaches us something that we can share with someone else. What I say? Giving up? That's not an option. Giving in? That's not an option. Me can't bother? That's not an option. I've seen people who they don't have all the attributes that we have, the limbs that we have, and they're still going through. I see at one time, long time ago, I saw this article with this lady. She didn't have any hands, any feet, but yet still she used her mouth with a pencil and she drew the best piece. What are you saying to me? You have arms, you got legs, you can move, you're mobile. You don't need a car necessarily. If you don't have a car, you got a BMW. Better me walk until you get a car. What does not kill you make you stronger. Use these people's experience. Like I said, people, they have disabilities. You go in Walmart here in America, you see many people. Probably some of them are veterans. Piece of them chop off, blow off, but they're still working. They don't want to stay home because staying home is going to cloud their mind. They don't have anyone to speak to or with. They don't have anybody around them. Sometimes, all we need is just love around us. People who care about us. Mentors who are interested in our well-being. And people are like that out here. It's just to find them. Not all of us are bad. You're not alone. Read books, read articles, edify yourself. Watch movies that inspire you, not the ones that are just filled with, like I said, the drama, 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 the noise, the noise, the noise, and no substance. As someone would say, substance over hype. Not everybody you see on Instagram means that their life is so doky. No. Some people, you see them with an hourglass shape, is an app them use and decrease them waistline when them look like barley. You hear me say that before. Stop watching other people and then giving up on yourself. It's not worth it. Focus on you. Zoom in the lens on you. Sometimes it's okay to say I, me, me, me. Sometimes it is okay. Find things that nurture your mind in a positive way. Also, I want you to know that this feeling of depression, this feeling of oppression, it is only temporary. You're the one who makes it permanent. Only you can limit yourself. I tell somebody that already. Only you can limit yourself by just sitting down and not doing anything. That's the way you limit yourself. And then you blame others. The blame game is not working out. Let's try to find another strategy. This feeling, tell yourself it's temporary. As time goes on and in due time you will get over it. You will get over it. Like I said, I've seen people who they've been embarrassed on the internet. I was also embarrassed on social media. But with time, I get over it. And the same people who probably embarrass me, they get over it too. And you will feel better. Ultimately, you will feel better. You want to stuck in the rut forever? You want to stuck in the valley forever? Start walking. Start walking up the hill. You'd be surprised to see 2 3 days you're up on the at the pinnacle. You're on the top. But if you had just stayed down there and sit and cried and wallow in your pity, you'd never reach up to the top. Sometimes we have to strengthen and motivate ourselves because sometimes somebody may come and they counsel you and you go to therapy and it doesn't make any sense because you have that mindset. You're just locked. You're locked into that mindset. You're locked in, you're keen, you're glue. There's no change. You don't have any qualms to change. You don't want to change. You don't want to accept change. Sometimes that's our problem because we don't want to accept change. We're too comfortable. We're gliding and gloating in sometimes what is called a mess. And you don't even realize it. You hear them say, you may not be the one to even realize it, but I'm sure you're feeling the effect from it. As time goes by, things will surely get better. Things already better. Things already better. The Lord is on your side, and He's working it out. Things already better. Don't dwell on the past either. And sometimes we come like some little children with short tantrums. And when we throw the tantrums and we don't get what we want, we feel like giving up. We can't bother. I don't care no more. No. Get out of that tantrum mode and stand up. Sometimes we don't get in because we're not getting what we want. We don't see it as a blessing in disguise. Come on, man. Think outside the box. Stop throwing tantrums. The smallest of thing is a blessing, but because we don't get what we want, oh, I want pistachio ice cream. Well, you know what? The only vanilla I get today now. You're not allergic to it. You have the ice cream now? Eat it, man, and be satisfied. Be delighted. As I said, some of these things that I'm sharing with you, I was a product of that environment. Was. I'm still growing. I'm still building on myself while I'm trying to empower you and equip you with things that you can use to run with. I'm passing the baton to you. Like in a relay, for the team win, we got to pass the baton. We got to be quick and everything. Yeah, so I'm passing the baton to you so you can pass it on to someone else. Find mentors, family, good family, because sometimes some of our families are our worst enemy. But you have good family. Not all of them are bad. You have good friends. Not all of them are bad. Not all of them are conniving. You have life coaches out there, therapists that care about people's well being, not just about the money. Sometimes give your neighbor a chance to speak life into you. All you need to do, close mouth, do not get fed. Open your mouth and ask for help. Stop letting pride delay your progress. Stop letting pride delay your progress. Stop letting pride delay your progress. Sometimes you'll be surprised. Yes, you have all one couple over. Listen, let me tell you something. I remember last year, my boys and I, we went out. We decided that we weren't going to cook and we went out to eat. And we sat there, we ordered everything, and for some reason they said that they didn't like how the sandwich that they had before tasted. So I called the waitress and I explained to her, and she said, okay, no problem. She's gonna give us another one. We got another one, but the bread was so tough. It wasn't the regular bread. You know, sometimes when you go to eat and you go to these places, posh food you're getting, yeah? But the bread was tough. It wasn't our liking. And so we were sitting there. But, I was making sure that the boys, they were fed and they were comfortable and they were delighted because I believe in delight. I believe in delight over satisfaction. Satisfaction is just mediocre. And that's just me. That's just me. And when I told her when she brought back the bread, she said she was going to give us another type of bread. And I said, when you're coming, bring the tab as well. Tab meaning that I want the bill to pay, get ready to pay. Anyways, when she came back, she said, your bill is already paid. And I'm like, what? By whom? She said, well, the couple that was sitting over there, they paid your bill for you and they told me not to tell you, but I had to tell you. And that was so nice of them. Sometimes I'm just using that. How does that tie in with my subject matter tonight? Is that sometimes you'll be surprised to know that people are just standing one side looking at you and they're just waiting. They want to assist you. But sometimes because of our attitude, sometimes because of our negativity, they stand off because they don't want to get caught in that. And they don't want to feel like they're intruding on your privacy. And so they're ready and willing to assist you. You would be surprised. So, as again, like I said, do not let pride stop you from getting the assistance that you need to empower yourself, to build on yourself, or to go forward. Many times people want to be there for us, but because we are just so messed up. Stop measuring your self worth. Stop measuring your self worth with someone else's self worth or value based on those who they couldn't love you for who you are, or those who only took your love for granted. Know that you are worthy. Transition from wound to wisdom, and know that you are a winner. Know that you are worthy. You too are worthy. You too are worthy. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. You too are worthy. You are a winner. Move past that wound. Yes, we've been hurt. We give our all to people. We invest our time and our everything in people, but they disappoint us. Our expectations were not met, and so we get offline. Don't dwell there. Life goes on. While we're there worrying and pondering and doing everything else but uplifting ourselves, the other person move on and go about them business. Don't even care about you. Care about you. You need to care about you, your well-being, your status. What's your status today? What did not kill you? It makes you stronger. What is your status? Where do you stand today? Where's your mind at today? Look back at a moment that you thought you couldn't have made it and say, yes, I can do it again. God kept me. So you're not going to let go. He kept you for a reason. He didn't allow you to die in that accident. And yes, you may see that someone just have a minor freak accident and they died, but yet still you're still here and you want to give up. For what? You have too much to live for than what you would not get if you're not living. You have nothing to get if you're not living. You have too much to live for. No matter how difficult the day is, do what is necessary to brighten your future. Do what is necessary to pick yourself up, pick up the pieces. I know it may be hard, it may be so difficult, but you can. It is possible. What works for someone else may not work for you. What works for you may not work for someone else. So don't always use someone else's situation and say, oh, the same thing is going to happen to me. You'd be surprised again and up for a rude awakening. Or when you're sitting doubting yourself and be like, oh, it's not going to happen for me. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard many testimonies where people said that they didn't have a degree and they applied for a specific job in high places and they're the ones who get called for that job. Probably because that person knows how to articulate themselves. Probably because that person is knowledgeable in the know-how, knows what the business is about. Because let me tell you something. Many a times, some of us we go on interview, we don't even know nothing about the company that we're going to be interviewed for. Be in command of your interview. Don't be shy. Don't let them spin you and take you. Know about the company. It must be a reason why you wanted to work for that company. I'm just going off tangent a little bit. Yeah, I'm just sharing that. Yeah, sometimes what is for you can't be onto someone else. So never give up on yourself when others are not even giving up on you. Making mistakes, it's all right. It's a part of life's journey. It's mistakes are necessary for us to grow. Mistakes are necessary for us to learn to make better decisions. You get it? Mistakes are made so that we can make better choices, better decisions. Next time, we're more strategic in our planning, in our doing. So don't let anybody talk about, oh, you know, you make too much mistakes. Unless it's the same one over and over, then hey, there's a problem. Mistake, it doesn't it's not equivalent to failure. And failure is not equivalent to that you're going to quit. Failure is almost like a mistake. If you failed, whether it's one time, two times, three times, multiple times, many times, that means you're doing something. At least you're not sitting down, not doing anything. That's what that means. You're doing something. You will get it right one day. What does not kill you make you stronger. Mistakes sometimes it puts you into another direction. It's like a detour. That mistake allowed you to detour. You didn't realize that you needed to detour to make a U-turn or something. So that mistake put you in check, put you in alignment. It is okay. What does not kill you? It makes you stronger. Cry if you have to cry. On my Saturday night live show, Life with Royal Cleopatra, I do have subject or topics that are sensitive, no one wants to speak about. But I remember one of my callers stated that big man, him say, the statement that said big man don't cry, him say, holla me holla, ball me ball. It's okay if you're going through something. Someone hurt you, you're in a relationship and the person beat you or the person treated you ill. Cry if you have to cry. Wail if you have to hear, wail. Holla if you have to holla. In layman's term. Crying doesn't mean that you're weak. It's crying is like an outlet of letting go of things and healing, washing you and making yourself brand new. Yeah, it's not a sign of weakness. Because some people cry because they can't forget to do you what they want to do you. So that's not a sign of weakness. And don't you ever dare confuse sadness with weakness. Of course, it's okay to be sad too, but you're not going to sit there and dwell in that sadness. Sometimes we take things to heart too much. When some things, you're here and you just let it go. As I've said, I was once there. Remember, you've gotten through hard times before. Don't pay much attention to what people say or think about you. And everyone is not for you. So, what does that mean? You don't need to trust everybody. You don't need to be up into everybody. You don't need to be telling everybody what you're going through. Trust a few. Trust a few. And keep moving. Keep moving. You will eventually get where you want to go. You ever have some old Betsy car yet? You can't afford a brand new car. You have an old Betsy car. You know, Betsy, some of you might give it a different name, but Betsy is the most common name, right? And our jalopy. Yeah? For my Caribbean people, you know what is a jalopy. Remember now, my first car in America was from a junkyard in a real life. My first car that I purchased in America was from a junk yard. Junk, not drunk, junkyard. I got 3 years out of it. When I just bought it, they tell me, say, oh, it need a catalytic converter. It want this. One of the window at the back, those triangular window was broken out. What else did the car? The fender at the front was hanging down. I bought my first car in America from a junkyard and see me sit down here till today. Me move up from that. I've owned many cars here in America. Some of them almost put me in a trouble and send me to prison. But hey, yeah, own brand new car. And I'm not gloating on material stuff. I'm just sharing something with you as it relates to the topic that I'm speaking on. So you have a jalopy, you have to walk with how much bottle of water in it, and it's smoke a killing, and you have to wonder say if you're authorized to kill mosquito when you drive through the towns, yeah? But you have to start from somewhere. Keep it moving. If you have to stop to put some water in the radiator because it dry out and you stop and you top it up again and you go again, you go a couple more miles and you reach again and you top it up again and until you reach your destination. It's the same way with life. Until you achieve the things, Maslow's hierarchy, we know at the bottom is the basics and at the top is the self-actualization, the things that we really need to acquire in life. You will get there. We have to start from the bottom. Some of us will want to start from the middle. Some of us will want to start from the top. And not every one of us can start from the top. Some of us, we were not born into heritage. We were not born in legacy. We never inherit any wealth or anything, information or so. We have to go fend for ourselves. Sometimes when a Jamaican will say, look a boy, them at the stoplight, I fend for themselves. I had to fend for myself from a young age. It honed me. It shaped me into the woman I am today, the mother that I am today. So I know how to make sure that my children are still fed out of nothing. I know how to stretch $1 and make it look like it's $1,000. What does not break you, it makes you. What didn't kill you, it makes you stronger, way stronger. I hope this message reaches someone today. Hi, Talisa. Good night. My baby girl is watching me. She surprised me. Hi, Talisa. Welcome, my dear. Today I thought about you. I said I was going to call you. Actually, your brother said he wanted to speak with you. Come, Malachi. You want to sing a song for them? Come. Come testify. It's on.
I love your love. For God has never failed me. In all my days, I time in your hand. For the moment I wake up and lay my hand, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. They never back down my fall. And I will sing
of the goodness of God.
Oh,
I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You were close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. And all my life you have
been faithful.
And all my life you have been
so good.
Oh.
And every plan that I made for you.
Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Why? Your
goodness is enough. It's enough to me. Your goodness is enough. It's enough to me.
Your
goodness is enough. It's enough to me. Your good.
Your
goodness is enough. It's enough to me.
With my life laid down, I
surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is enough. It's enough to me.
You finish? Go ahead, sing. Your
goodness is enough. It's enough to me. Your goodness is enough. It's enough to me.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. Sing now. And all my days I've been held in your hands.
For the moment that I wake up and lay my hands, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
And all my life
you have been faithful. Yes,
and all my
life you have been so good.
Ooh.
And every prayer I'm made for. Oh, I would sing of the goodness of God.
I love your voice. You have
led me to the fire
in darkest night.
Yeah, close like no other.
I've known you as
a father. I know you as a friend. Oh, I will sing.
in the goodness.
I don't want you to sing with me.
Okay.
And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. And every bed I made for. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Why?
Your goodness is enough. It's enough to me. Your goodness is enough. It's enough to me. When my life lay down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is enough. It's enough to me.
Good job. Is that your testimony in the form of a song?
Yes.
So why do you love this song?
Because the beat, the song. The song.
What about the words? It says your goodness is running after me. So mommy is talking tonight about what doesn't kill you make you stronger, right? You're brave, right? You're courageous.
Yes.
You can do it, right? So what else would you like to say to the audience tonight?
I have nothing to say.
You have nothing to say? You're not even saying Happy New Year to them and wishing them all the best?
Year.
You got to look at the camera.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
So we call them conquerors. Say, how are you all doing? Come on, you can speak. I don't have to speak for you. Talk to them like how you want to talk to them all the
Mm.
times behind scenes. Now you have the mic. Speak to them. Say something to them. You're always talking behind the scenes. Okay, stop blowing in the mic and speak to the audience. Say something. Reason with them. So someone said, "What singer? Are you a singer?
Yeah.
Why? How? How do you
Because
know you're a singer?"
because I sing.
Okay, stop playing with the mic. Hold the mic.
Because I sing so many gospel songs.
Really?
Yes.
I just heard one gospel song.
One.
So when someone is a singer because they can sing more than one song, that makes them a singer?
I sing two songs. You make me stronger, and I love you, Lord.
I didn't hear "You Make Me Stronger" though. You want to sing for them?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Testify in the form of a
You
song.
make me stronger. Oh, oh. You 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 make me stronger.
Is that the only part of the song you know?
Yes.
What happened to the Mozambique?
Mozambique. I like the Mozambique part.
How does it go? You can't shy on camera because you're not shy when you're off camera.
Um.
You thinking about it? All right, guys. So, as I was saying, tonight is just a night. Don't give up on yourself. Encourage yourself. Be encouraged by others, like-minded, other like-minded people. Find that circle that will support you. Find a supportive group. Some people run to the church for rescue. That's also a safe haven. You can come here too. Many people reach out to me. It's so funny that many people reach out to me behind the scenes, and you don't have to be shy, guys. You don't have to be shy, guys. That's one of the main reasons. Sometimes by talking to people who call me, it makes me come up with these topics because I realize that people need our assistance. We need each other. Iron sharpens iron. We have to encourage each other on a daily basis, especially now that we're living in such perilous time. We're living in such, even the economy, it's so stressful. I understand, and some of us were not that strong. So if we can just encourage someone, for those of us who are strong, if we can motivate someone, encourage someone, and uplift them, even if it's in prayers or just reaching out, speak with them, find out what's going on, find out if they have food, find out if they have money, if you can assist, because irrespective of what we see, there are people out here who are still wealthy, people out here who are healthy. Find out, if they're ailing, what can we do to assist that person? Pull them up that chain, up that ladder, help them. You're up at the top, put your hand down, you pull one, they pull out a person, and you keep going. That's what it is, especially when they need our assistance. Because, like I said, some people, we block our minds and we allow pride to hold us back. And that's not the solution. So let us get out of this grimy situation. Let us tell ourselves that it's only temporary. It's not here to stay, yet still I rise. Remind yourself when you feel like giving up that someone else also went through the same thing, or someone else out there is also going through something. Don't pay too much attention to what other people say or think about you, because you have distractors. Remember that. Some of these people only want to distract you from progressing, from going forward, from succeeding, from doing your best. You have destroyers, people who deliberately come into your life to destroy you. They speak all manner of evil about you. Even if you're bad, instead of doing that, let us encourage someone to do good. Okay? You have destroyers, distractors. You have the naysayers. You have the people who they just sit and gossip. Instead of gossiping, let's have a conversation about how we're going to start up a business. Or if you've already started a business and you want to move from one level to the next level, that's what I want to speak about, not about other people. unless it's in a positive light. Yeah. So guys, be encouraged. Know that what does not kill you make you stronger. I want you to please share this live. Even if it's one person that needs to hear this, please share this live. Let us get the word out. It's a new year and we're building on ourselves and we're empowering others through inspiration, through sharing our testimony. You heard, I remember days when I used to go to school with the booty Lee and the shoes bust out and all these things, no lunch money. Yeah, there were few times when I, took what wasn't mine, or you know what I'm saying, or I've had to beg here and there. Nothing is wrong with asking for assistance. Some people call it beg, and you understand that a lot of people might say that you have some people out there with them just beggy, and so hey, Cheesa and Pops, what go on? Thank you. Yeah, man. So let us inspire someone. Let us strengthen someone else who is not where we are at. Like I said, sometimes difficult times. Oh, you love the singing. Me say him God. Him say he's a singer. Yeah. So, children too, get them involved. Sometimes some of us who are distressed feel like giving up. We have children. Think about, them, that we have to live for them as well. We're living for ourselves too, because you have to first take care of you before you can even take care of your children. Some of us, we don't remember that. We keep talking, as I said, over and over, and I'll say it again. Don't think about the legacy that you have to leave. Live in this moment. Live now. You can't do anything about yesterday, but you can do something about now, and you can change what didn't happen yesterday. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Share this live, please, while you're on it. If you've not yet subscribed, for those on YouTube, first timers, we welcome you. We're always here every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Tonight, we did have some technical issues, but we overcame that. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. Perfect example. What did not kill me made me stronger. I'm still on here speaking, chatting off, running off my mouth, talking to someone, with someone, speaking with someone, sharing a testimony that will allow someone to look in deep into themselves and say, you know what about my soul? My soul. Remember, this body is just flesh, but what about my soul? I'm sure I'm feeding into someone's soul in a positive manner tonight. All right, so I'm happy that you enjoyed it, and I also thank those of you who tuned in, who watched, who stayed with me, regardless of the issues, regardless of whatever. We are winners. Let's move from wound to becoming a winner, knowing that you are worthy. I know, cause I pick up, man. I pick up, yeah, man. Know that you are worthy. I know, you keep hearing it. People don't want to hear encouragement. People don't gravitate to what adds value to their lives. Nobody no want that. Make a did cuss yeah man, and the one Cheryl is see and the one Talisa is see, and yeah man, my comfortable Cheryl tonight, my comfortable Talisa tonight over here with a full, because everybody want to know people business. Stay in a your business. If you've not yet also subscribed to my personal YouTube channel, I'm going to use this medium to ask you to go over YouTube, look for Life with Royal Cleopatra, and you go over there so you get the juicy sauce, the substance. It's your number one sensible specialist who spiral from stupidity to sensibility. Same one, Royal Cleopatra, was a host right here on QC Uplifting and Inspiring Ministries, a non-profit that was created out of poverty, out of dark situations. Yeah, I remember, like I said, I used to go to school without lunch money, school fee no pay. CXC I come, don't know how CXC was gonna be paid for. I was a teen mother. I got pregnant before time. Ended up, not planning my life the way how it should have been. But at the same time, I made some mistakes. I erred along the way, but it made me stronger today. I don't care what nobody says. It made me stronger today. Others are looking up to me. I have so many text messages, so many messages, from Instagram. People, oh my God, you're such an inspiration. And I don't care, because there are people who are saying, oh, she can't motivate nobody. She can't motivate me. You can listen to she. We're not dwelling on that. Like I said, we left all the baggage behind us. I know we said it every year, but let this year be the year that we really decide to make a change for the better. going forward. Yes, we can't just get up every day and live. So we gotta change something about us. And we can't want to change people and we sit down and not do nothing with ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, cause to God be the glory. We have to give God thanks because listen, through it all, I am nothing without God. Through it all, I am nothing without God. His words encourage me at times when there is no one to encourage me and say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And again, I don't care. Others may not believe, others may not believe in a God or whatever. It's okay. We all have different tastes, we all have different beliefs. And guess what? What works for you may not work for me. What works for me, I'll stick to the evil that I know. Because I know today, it's so, oh my God, today I was outside and I was just looking up into the atmosphere, into the stratosphere. And I was looking at how blue the sky is. And I'm like, what is that? We call it sky, but I was just there. What is it? It's so blue. It's so beautiful. I didn't create that. It must be a supreme being. So greater is he that is in me than he that is of the world. In other words, that means to say I can do it. When people say I can't, I'll prove them wrong in a positive way. If you see somebody do something wrong, I know sometimes they don't want to take, criticism, constructive criticism, or they don't want to take rebuke, so to speak. But we should be able to uplift, Cheza, Cheryl. If I see you doing something out of pocket, I should be able to say, "Come here, Cheryl. I have some. Let's sit and have a conversation." And you don't take offense to it. You might not agree with me right there and then, but in your mind, you say, "No, so what she has to make sense." And you look into yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to change the way how I think. I'm going to change the way how I act. My attitude stinks. I'm going to work on that. I'm too strong willed. I'm too strong minded. I got to work on that. I have to be sensitive about others or others around me. Yeah, even though sometimes I can be as blunt can be, but I have to be mindful of other people. You understand? I said no, we are not all on the same gauge, on the same level. And so for those of us who we can carry ourselves, it's okay sometimes to carry our brothers and sisters with us. Somebody may be walking with a crutch, literally, figuratively, hold them hand and, make sure so that they reach a blind man walking on the street, even though he may be accustomed to using the stick and pam, pam, pam and making sure that he's on the sidewalk and not in the middle of the street. You can walk alongside him. Again, the blind man did not give up. So why you want to give up? Real friends. We don't have much of that. We don't have many of those. We don't have many of those today because everybody want to outshine and outdo everybody and jealousy kick in and envy and grudge. No other time to hold a grudge with nobody. What didn't kill you? Somebody do you something. No time to hold no grudge. No time to hold no grudge. The time where you're gonna make grudge where you done. Shake off that and say, look here, I say God, probably that wasn't meant to be. Look at it in a positive way. What was meant for evil? It could be a blessing in disguise. Sometimes we get up and we say we have to reach somewhere 9 o'clock and we realize that something happened at the house. We can't find the key. And you realize that 8:30 coming, going down 8:35, 8:40, and you're supposed to reach here 9 o'clock and it's a half an hour journey. And you're like, you're getting frustrated. And when you finally find the keys, 9 o'clock, and you say, Lord of mercy, and you try for race now and you look couple of blocks on the street, there was a big fire or a big accident, block the whole street, you can't go. And you say, wow, what did not kill you? It makes you stronger. You live to tell the tale. You live to tell the tale. So no make no sense we envy of each other. We talk about empowerment, empowerment. Let us act instead of speaking. Let us do more action instead of yapping, instead of just speaking. Let us do more action. Let us be in harmony with ourselves and with those around us. I understand that some people it's really hard to be humble, but it's okay. Make that effort. Others would say try. Put that effort out. Put it out and say, you know what? I'm going to do it regardless. You don't see the money. You know, I told you the story before. Well, how I started my very first business without a dime. Didn't have the money in my hand. I sat in the office, nothing ever gone. And a lot of people would give up and gone home or not show up for work because business slow. But I turned up every day for work. And one day I was in the office, it was slow, and I took the directory and I started made some calls in and around the area. That was how I started my first business. I called and I said, look, you need fruits and vegetables. And when I finished, I was able to buy 2 boxes of grape and about 2 dozen apples and some strawberries. I go get my portable scale and my plastic bag. I'm not gonna go deep into it, but I'm just giving you a synopsis of that testimony. That was how I started my very first business until I owned a restaurant. I had a restaurant that failed. Did I give up? I had a taxi on the road running taxi. The man want to take on my car. I sold it. Did I give up? Sometimes some things we have to do away with as well, because it would only cause us harm and disharmony in our lives and unhappiness. So sometimes we have to, what did not kill you, it makes you stronger. In a relationship, a man cheat on you, woman give you bun. You have life. Relationship didn't work out. Guess what? You never realize, say, at the moment, say, you know what, at the best thing since sliced bread. 5 years down the road, you realize that the man that was gonna kill you, or the man that just wasn't for you. You look into yourself and say, what did really do with that man there? What did really do with that woman there? What didn't kill you make you stronger. Don't dwell on the past and in a manner where you're going to allow it to hinder your progress or you going forward. Use those failures and mistakes as stepping stones. Remember, we used to play hopscotch? Yeah, use those mistakes and those failures as stepping stones. Share your story, what you've been through. It can heal you and heal someone else. What didn't kill you make you stronger. Every Thursday night we're here, Testimony Thursday. So I'm doing the flyer with my roster. Motivation Mondays, I'm gonna be live here. Those won't be long sessions. So the Motivation Monday, I also have another group, a health and wealth group on Facebook. Live your best life ever. If you search for it, it's a private group. And you want to send your requests if you want to join the group. If you're not serious, if you're only coming to snooze and just to scan and just to be a spectator, it doesn't make any sense. You understand? I don't want that. I want interaction. Life is important. Everything comes and goes. Yes, things come and go. Today you're up, tomorrow you're down. That I mean to say you're gonna give up on life. Hmm? I understand it's not easy when you are a single mother or a single father and you have to be worrying about keeping a shelter over your children's head, putting food on their table, making sure that they have clothes. You need a vehicle or bus fare to move around. I understand it's not easy, but what are you going to do? Instead of sitting down and dwelling on the problem, think out the solution. Put on your thinking cap. Not until sometimes we're in a situation we realize our capabilities and how proficient we can be, how efficient and effective we can be. Sometimes we're wasting time. And if we never fall in difficult traps or scenarios, we wouldn't realize our God given talents. We wouldn't realize some of the things that we were capable of until we were down. Look in the pandemic. Look how many entrepreneurs you have today because of this pandemic. Look how many businessmen, CEOs, and women we have today due to this pandemic. The pandemic is nothing nice, but out of that, we have entrepreneurs steering their own business, building their wealth. Yes, building a legacy, enjoying life, living better than yesterday. Probably 5 years ago, somebody did tell them that they were going to become a CEO or a COO or a founder of a non-profit or something like that, giving back. Even when you're going through your stuff, when I started to give back to people, I started out with just my mouth. by just opening my mouth and speak. I come on Facebook Live. I used to come on Saturdays and here and there if I'm walking, exercising, I would just, people used to say, she love livey. Till now, everybody love live because that's the way of the world today. I didn't stop and wonder and bother what people say. Every minute she come on live, every minute she come on live. See everybody up on live now. Till sometimes you find so much show a clash on Facebook and YouTube now, 'cause everybody want to come on live every day now. And sometimes they know say you have a show yet, so they want infringe on your time. And so we have to share. And as I said, it doesn't even matter because there are so many people in this world that need someone out here just to speak with or to listen to. So that's still okay. And I'm just sharing with you, we have to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. And if you start and you buck up on a roadblock, just tell yourself, so that's not going to stop you. Jump over it. Find one way, climb over it. If you can't jump, climb. If you take a day to climb over, you will. You must get over it. Yeah, Chesa. Listen, despite a bad situation, you can overcome. You can overcome and be your boss too. You understand what I'm saying? So, guys, let me tell you, man, never fear because also fear is a product of failure. Fear is a product of failure. Stop being fearful. Be fearless. Put on a flint face and just keep it moving, no matter what it costs. I remember when I was an international student and I heard that, look, you have to have money in the country. Yes, you had to, because tuition never easy for international students. Still not easy today. And I heard that, oh, you only can do this and you only can do that. And I said to myself, I'm still going. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. Here I am today, a past international student status. Been through domestic violence many a times, not one, twice, but many on many different occasions. Hungry, butter, bruised, abused, rejected, neglected, abandoned, cursed. Of course, did I respond to some of them? Of course. I'm not gonna go and like say I was good in new shoe all the way. Yeah, girl had to defend herself and she felt like everybody said something I had to respond. But I've learned that ignoring people, that's one of the worst response people don't like. And I had to focus on me. Stop wasting time. Energy is expensive, so stop wasting it. Your energy is expensive. You can do it. Stop look around. Sometimes we don't need for a look around. You know, when we used to go to school and we are run race, and every minute we are the person there, we ahead and give them donkey lines, and every minute, yeah, look around. You see them and look around so till them speed start cut down. Stop looking around. What are you looking around for? You want to turn pillar of salt? You want to slow down and cut down your speed? Stop paying attention to who they behind you, who they behind you, they behind you. Some of them they behind you for a reason. And some of them motivate us and push us. Yes, we're only human. We're all human. So when depression comes and the pressure reach you, push back, push back, push back. I said, not today. No, I'm gonna get up. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to comb my hair. I'm going to step out of the house. How many a times one time, I like a single lady like me, will love stay home. Mama tell me I go get husband. I have to go to the street. hmm Meet people, talk to people. I'm just saying, guys, what doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. What didn't break you, many a times we think that we would have been broke or broken. Yes, we're broken, but that don't mean to say we can't come back. Many people did it. You've heard the stories across the world, not just black people, other races, other ethnicities. You hear people's story of how, they didn't have it. They were hungry, homeless. That seems like a cliche these days. Didn't have anything. One suit for days, one shoes, sometimes barefoot, put it on the tar until they were able to buy a car. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Girl, this girl where you sit down here, so I come from one chimney of water for bathe, one cup of water for brush my teeth, one room where Wolper with bungle up in it. It wasn't a one room house, but one room where Wolper with buggle upon one another. Kaya bed. Oh. Anybody remember Kaya bed? Remember Kaya bed, that brown something that look like coil with a spring? Yeah, I'm coming from there. Soursop leaf tea. So till now, scientists find out what soursop is about. Good night. You are live on Testimony Thursday with Royal Cleopatra. Uh-oh, my phone just went. There we go. Yeah, my phone been acting up, guys. Don't know what's going on. My phone has been acting up. Don't know why. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Mm. Flour sauce. Anybody know about flour sauce or meat kind? Yeah. Mashed chocho. What didn't kill you make you stronger? It never pies away. As I told you earlier, my testimony. Hungry, hungry, and water is not poison. Many a days, I sit down in a class, and when at lunchtime, I sit down in a class like me, I do maths. I was very smart, very bright girl. Still is. Not tooting my own horn, but I'm just sharing. Yeah. And I used to sit down in a class like me at the maths, but they never understand say lunch money me never have. And when bell near well not bell, class time, if you come back in a class, when them I head to class, me I head to the water cooler. And go down there and what and drink and what down water and what the all you hear. I saw the water go down in my belly. Empty. Sometimes you hear the belly I talk to you. A beer worm in there make some sound. You're so embarrassed. Me. Yeah. I remember when I came from New York to Florida to do an interview with the post office. I worked with the post office. And, I made some sacrifice, yes. Should I have? Probably not. But again, mistakes I learned valuable lessons from. And when I came to Florida, I remember I was in an interview room, about eight of us. I must have my belly going with one piece of something in the room. And I'm like, why my belly choose to go on? So I didn't eat, but I wasn't hungry like some I couldn't buy food. But I'm just showing that was embarrassing. Did I let that stop me? No. But just ball out loud. Me first ball out and said, why my belly feel go on? So not in that term. I'm like, my God, my belly sounds awful. Yeah. What did not kill you? It makes you stronger. Some of us who went to bed without dinner many a nights as children. We had to be learning from a tender age how to be an adult when we were supposed to live out our childhood years. Can I tell you, I don't think, me personally, I don't think I live out my childhood years or enjoy my childhood years. Mm-mm. But it didn't kill me. Like I said, it taught me how to be a mother to my children, you know? It taught me how to manage my finances. It taught me how to manage my life on a whole, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna try and get back this caller. She probably wanted to testify because at the beginning I said if anyone wanted to call in and testify, this is the medium that you can use for that. Because we want to hear your testimony too. I don't mean alone have testimony, no, so somebody else out there went through something that today they can look back and smile, smile at the storm that they passed through. Yes, caller, I apologize for that earlier. You're live on Testimony Thursday with Royal Cleopatra, QC Uplifting and Inspiring Ministries. What's going on? How are you today? Do you have a testimony? What does not kill you makes you stronger. Can you hear the caller? Conquerors, can you hear her? Go ahead. Go ahead. They're listening.
Okay, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Those experiences build you as long as you have ambition. There you go. Go ahead, caller. I want to hear your testimony. What did not, what have you been through?
Are you with me? Are you with me or
You're live. You're live. You're live.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, what doesn't kill me make me stronger. The day my mother took me and leave me, did not win me off her breast and left me with my grandmother. At 9 months old, like I said, I wasn't winning off the breast. I wasn't taking bottles. I wasn't taking spoon. I wasn't taking anything at all. Okay, because this is a child that she did not want to have anything to do with. She didn't plan this child. It was a drive-by shooting, right? And all right, the long end of it is of all her children, right, that got opportunities, I really didn't get any. And I am one of her most progressive child right now.
See?
That could match up with those that got education and whatever to the point where they're badly jealous. Because I learned to fend for myself. I learned to hunt. I learned to make things happen. Like one of my good friends in Florida said to me that I make things look like it's easy to achieve because I did not have a mother or a father, an aunt or an uncle, right? I just have to do it by myself. So yes, I grew as a child who stayed to the mountain, move, and it disappeared.
Yeah. You sound like you were you listening to the live? Because what you mentioned, I was speaking earlier that some of us we had to learn to fend for ourselves from very early, and I was just giving a brief testimony of myself, wherein, as a child, I used to boom ride go school. High school, I had to learn how to fend for myself early, seek assistance from people who are good people. Yes, I took some risk. And here you go, speaking almost about the same thing. You see, that's what I'm talking about when I tell my audience, my conquerors, that when you think you're alone or you've been the only person that gone through.
Absolutely not.
See?
Speaking of which, today I had a conversation with one of my nieces because our stepmother passed away.
I'm sorry. My condolences to you.
Thank you. And I was telling my niece, because I told them that I want to make her send off outfit. And one of the granddaughters really wanted was to get the send off outfit for her grandmother. And she called me apologizing that, I didn't get the opportunity to make the send off dress. But, it means a lot to her for her to get her grandmother's dress. And I understood. I was telling her that the only reason why I wanted to make the dress was that I had to go and complain to her mom, her grandmother, about my mother's behavior, wherein my aunt sent a piece of material for my mother from the United States here. And she divided the material into and gave me half of it, and the two of us should make dresses for our Easter. But she wanted me to take the material to one of our older cousins who's a seamstress, a top of the line seamstress. She could sew too, but she took her dress to her to sew because she wants this professional look of the dress. So I told her I was going to make my dress myself, and she said, if you're going to make the dress yourself, give me back the material because I don't want you to spoil it up. I said, what do you mean you don't want me to spoil it up? I mean, but you don't know anything about me. I didn't grow with you. You don't know what I can do. So she got very offended, and she told me off, and she said, well, give me back the material because I'm going to give it to my niece in the country. Let her make a nice dress with it. So I went and I told my stepmother what my mother said, and my stepmother went and told her off. So, how dare you? you should give her the opportunity to see what she can do, and even so, catch her practice. She said, my mother said, not off that piece of material. I can catch my practice on something else. Long story short, my mother had my cousin, her cousin, make her dress the seamstress, and I hide when she's gone to the market or whatever, and because I had to use her machine, and I made mine. But the night before Easter Sunday service, that was a Saturday night, I took my dress out and I pressed ironed it out. Mm-hmm. And she went and she collected hers from the seamstress from her cousin. And when she came home in Jamaican terms, she said, Lord, my God, when you spoil up my frock. And then she looked at mine, because my stepmother did speak to her about it and held her accountable. You know, you don't put down your child like that, you know. So she said, so when she looked at mine and she said, look what when I doubt you, and look on your dress, and guess what? Mm. Then I started sewing for all the young girls in the community after that one dress.
Wow.
Okay, and you see some of my outfits that I make now. You see?
Yes.
And she, you know, if she didn't put me down and I had to prove myself, you see what I mean?
Yes.
I would not be the seamstress of the community. I started taking away all the big dressmakers' girls because then I could sew the fancy style.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So these are the things. Just to God be praised, Claire. To God be praised. And I know this of a fact that it doesn't matter how bad the situation is, right? It comes about for a story. At the time, it might feel bad.
Oh, yes.
At the time, you might feel hurt.
It looks like you were listening to the live, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it came about for a story, and some people will have the audacity to say to you, you're not forgiven. Why are you bringing up that for?
They don't understand. It's for healing.
A story is not something that happened in the present, something that happened in the past. You see, and if you're telling a story, you're not complaining. You're telling a story.
You're sharing it, you're healing, and you're assisting someone to heal along the way. They don't understand.
Exactly. That's your Bible right there, you know.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, yes. Your life story is your Bible to others, you know. Others
yes.
can learn a lot from it.
I mentioned that earlier, that people can read books and other articles about other people's story. And even if that whoever is listening is one of such who is facing depression, facing hardship, or going through a difficult season, know that this too, when it passes, you are also going to have a story to invigorate someone, to share with someone, to write a book. You understand? And a book that could make you fortune. You never know.
That's right.
So never
I
look
have
at...
no regret.
Exactly.
I have no regret of none of my pain. None of my pain. Number one, the inflictors, if it was them, they could not stand and go through what they put me through.
Makes you stronger.
Mm-hmm. It makes me stronger. My mistake, if I had run away from it, and fall under, I would not be this woman today. I stood up against my own mistake.
Yeah, one of our conquerors said that you feel better too. Yeah.
You see? Mm-hmm. So the journey, this is the journey of life, is that if you don't feel pain.
Don't you sound like a me? Don't listen. Hold on, Carla. My conquerors, don't you sound like everything that I was just saying earlier? Honestly, you see what I'm saying? When you're positive and you great minds think alike, and when you think that you're the only one overseeing a situation or concerned about a situation, like I said, your concern me, and together we conquer. Listen to her. Sounds like I'm listening back to this audio of the things that I mentioned earlier. You can, of course, you can write one conqueror. Let me tell you, don't let anybody tell you that you can't. You have your stories. I mean, some of us may not be bold enough, or we're not yet at that healing stage to come and share our story. But let me tell you, you too can do it. And one of the conquerors was saying that your situation makes you feel better at times now. Yeah, that you even went through it.
Of course, honestly, sometimes I have to catch myself that I don't overdo it. because it made me feel special.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel a little, what I call it a Jamaica, touche.
Stush. She's tushy wishy.
You understand what I mean?
And then I'm sure people gonna say you're going like, you know what?
No, come on now. When I
Yes.
walk through my community where I was born and raised in no weary and the child that has no. And let me tell you something. Every kid in my community do something and they want to get away with it. They said Sharon Brown did it.
Ah.
You understand what I
Right,
mean?
because of your bravery. Yes.
Sharon Brown did it because Sharon Brown had nobody, under no guardianship. You see what I mean? So they can cast the blame on Sharon Brown. When I walk through those communities now for more than one reason, girl, my head is high.
Held high, yes. No, but you're confident because you've been through it. Yes, it boosts your confidence as well. Your confidence as well.
This is Sharon Brown. You get my point? This is my Sati granddaughter. You see?
Right.
And and that's how it is. We just have to say praise God.
Yes.
And we have to make sure that we don't take the credit for ourselves.
To God be the glory. Amen.
To God be the glory. I don't think God honestly put me through anything that I went through.
Let me tell you something, man.
But He kept me through it.
When it rains, it pours sometimes, and sometimes you feel like, of course, you feel like giving up. But when you look at yourself and you say, no, man, you never even thought that you could have think outside the box. Like I said earlier, when trouble take your picnic shot to fit you, it's the same thing. When problems raining and you're going through the storm. But remember, if you remember the story, even if it is a story when Jesus calmed the storm, and if you've been through a storm like some of us were been through, Gilbert, yes, the eye is the worst part of the storm, but didn't it come and go and it tear down the place? But didn't the place, the vegetation and everything grow back? That's how some of us lives are. So we cannot give in. We can't give up. And as I mentioned earlier, Carla, that sometimes some of the mistakes, errors, or difficulties that we face, it makes us regroup and it shows us that we should not have gone on that path. So it detours us for better. So I'm telling you guys, you're hearing a caller here stating her story. What did not kill her surely made her stronger, boosts her confidence, made her feel better. Are you there, caller? She'll probably be at work. But yeah, guys, you see what I'm talking about? And I'm just here sitting and listening to her, and I'm like, am I hearing an echo of myself earlier on? That's what I'm talking about. We got to feed our minds on greatness. We have to feed our minds on things that will allow us to grow, that will propel us, that will elevate us, that will move us from glory to glory. Yes, with those stories. Yes. We can't dwell and stay in the mud. Seek somewhere there is no mud and wash off, dry off, and go again. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, you can do it. When you think that is the last, you still have more. When you think that that was it, you still have more. It's just like a car, You go down in a gear. Sometimes the brake fail, and you just, especially when it's a standard car, you can use the gear and the clutch and ease up the car if you lose the brakes. You understand what I'm saying? Strategy, tactics. It stirs up something inside of you that you did not even know that you possess. So, guys, I'm telling you. Are you back with us, caller?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you miss me?
Yes, we did.
I don't know what. Sometimes the car picks up this.
I thought you were at work, so I was just talking in the meantime.
I'm home now. Let me turn off the alarm. Yeah, the call probably dropped. Yes, I was saying, as simple as late as December, right?
Yes.
I went to the supermarket because what I do, I make my own seasoning, right? I make some big jars of, because when you buy the scallion and stuff and put them in the
You
fridge,
blend
sometimes
it,
they
right?
put that.
Yeah, so you blend that made that green seasoning, yes.
Yes. So when I went to the supermarket, normally the scallions that I used to buy, they used to be two for $1. When I went, the ones they had there weren't looking good at all. Like half of it was spoiled. And but that's all they had. So I went to the supervisor and I said to her, I want these scallions, but I'm gonna have to buy more than I really need because they are, some of them are dried up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, could you do a discount on them? She said, no, we can't do that anymore. I said, but they're not cooking too good. She said they weren't even supposed to be on the shelves. I said, that's why you need to give me a discount. She said, no, either you buy it or you don't. They can go back to the producer. And I'm like, oh. Anyway, I really needed the scallions. So I asked the cashier to cash one, let me see if the price remained the same, how much, that I could pick up some more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I used to pay $1 for 2 bundles. Now the one bundle was for $1.39.
I tell you must have been listening to the live earlier, but go ahead.
Okay. So I was so upset, and I look at her like I would take her out of the supermarket, and I said, this is ridiculous. Okay. So I came home with the scallions, and I cut off the bottoms and put them in a container. And I called my friend and was complaining to her. And she said, yes, you can cut off the bottoms, man, and set them into something that the roots catch. And I was telling my son about it, so he was giving me an idea how to do it, like with they call it hydration, whatever, in an egg crate and all that. All that work. I said to him, no, I'm going to plant it. I have too much to put in a egg crate. And I went and let me count the amount of containers that I have here in the house.
Are you getting the story, guys? If you're listening keenly, you'll get the story behind it. What didn't kill her made her stronger.
So let me count how many starter scallions I have here. Let me see. 3 and 2, 5 and 3, 8, 11, 13, 15, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 28, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60.
Oh, wow.
I got some water bottle and cut them up, bend the edges over, make it look like style. I got some bamboo.
All right, hold on. Stick a pin, Carla. Now, I'm listening to her. She said she used water bottles, turn them in vases. Now, many of us would say they don't have the money to go buy those little flower pots. Not the big ones, they have the little miniature ones. But you listen what she did. I'm sure even if she didn't have those bottles, she'd have go out in the streets, and anyway, she see one, she take it up, wash it off with some bleach and with some soap and water and cut it off and make it into a flower pot. Do you understand what I'm saying when I said what didn't kill you make you stronger? Not necessarily. Sometimes when we say that, you're thinking one way, but use this as an example to the subject at hand tonight. I'm telling you. Go ahead, Carla.
That was from December, and these scallions now are more than 6 inches thick. Some of them look like about 8 inches, 10 inches tall.
Wow, that's like about 3 times my finger in length.
To buy any scallion again.
You see that? She was there bargaining with the lady, first of all, to get a discount because they looked so bad, like they passed through the storm. And the lady was adamant that no, she wouldn't give her a discount. But she insisted because she really needed those scallions. Yeah? She needed those scallions. And out of that, now she has her own scallion garden.
My son said that he thought that I was talking about, Starker scallions or 4 or 5 Starker scallions. They didn't know that I was talking about a farm in my house.
See what I'm talking about? I was gonna say same thing. But I'm just telling you guys, when you think that everything is down, no, not everything is down. There is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. You have life. Even if you don't have nothing else and you have life, that is a start. That's the beginning.
And in your growth, when going through your disastrous and painful situations, always lean to positiveness. Because let me tell you, this morning when I came down and I looked at this plant, I said, God is great. I noticed that the plant, they didn't grow straight. They lean towards where the sunlight is coming from. They lean because I have the right between the living room and the passageway there.
You can soon sell now. You can soon sell. You can soon sell your own now.
You see, the plants lean to where the sunlight is coming from. Every one of them bow to the sun. I don't take this Mother Nature for granted.
You hear the word again? She don't take it for granted. What did I say earlier when I started, guys? Don't need even those simple little things. Stop taking it for granted. Go ahead, caller.
Okay. Yeah. You know, godly stories have a resemblance, and he always an interpretation. Remember that.
My God. My God. Powerful. Very profound.
So you know, I did the plant leaves. So in life, you know, stop dwelling on who hurt you. Stop dwelling on the being when them did you. Stop
the rejection, the abandonment, the neglect.
Stop dwelling on it. And the only time it should come out of your mouth is when you're using it to elevate someone.
Yes. My God.
You see, don't complain, right? Don't complain. Don't complain to someone about the wickedness that happened to you. Yes. Show them what happened to you and how you overcame.
Yes.
You see, and what you did to overcome. You see what I mean? You lean towards positiveness. Yes. Anything that can edify you.
Yes.
You see? Notwithstanding, we do make mistakes, and even our mistakes, if we admit them, we can use them to edify someone because we overcame. We go back and we admit our mistake and we move on.
All right. So you all right. So listen that now. So for example, guys, my conquerors who are listening, who will be listening. So in essence, what we're saying, yes, Cheza, she got stronger. But what I'm saying, so for example, you decide to start your own business. Like I was sharing my testimony with them, how I started my very first entrepreneurship business. Yeah. And let's say I failed and I didn't do the certain things right, but I had to correct them and eventually get it. I can use those situations and errors that I made and start teaching and coaching people how to start their business. You didn't see it that way, right? Because we're not thinking outside the box. We're not thinking positive. We're taking things for granted. I say, Lord, me again, everything just happened to me. We're just sucking up ourselves and be like, why me? Why me? Why not you? Why not you? The relationship didn't work. You don't know why. But 2 years down the road, you realize and be like, oh my God, I didn't even see that. I'm happy I'm out. Yeah. You didn't pass the exam to go to a certain school. It might look like, oh, yeah. And, you know, we throw the tantrum like you hear me said earlier. We act like children and we throw the tantrum when we can't get things our way. Then we want to give in. We want to withdraw. We want to isolate. How about thinking that that's not for you? How about saying that's not for me? That wasn't meant for me.
You see, sometimes our potential can propel us in a direction where...
Now, man, the caller here did I listen to the live earlier. I'm convinced now. You hear she come back come say, and you heard me say that when we in a difficult situation, that's when we realize how efficient and effective we are or can be. We realized the potential, what we had inside. There were certain hidden treasures and talents inside of us that we did not even know that we possess. See the caller come back and say the same thing. So that means to say when me did a talk was nonsense then. Somebody might say, oh, I can't listen to she appear nonsense she talk. That means to say when me did a talk, say what I was speaking about was totally nonsense. To hear someone else who wasn't watching the live come back to say, to reiterate, it's like an echo of what I said. That means, tell me now. That's why you can't listen to what people have to say. Not all the times, not all the times, not most of the times. Because, like I said, people are there to deter you, to distract you, to destroy you, to keep you stagnant when you're supposed to shine. You can't force water up a hill. Let me play one song and share talk about that. Yeah? I have a song, Cheddar. You can't force water. And this song is not a gospel song. It's not considered a Christian song, but I want you to listen to the words. Listen this. Blessing of the sorrow, are the interest. Yes. Yo, TNS. More love, yeah, that's all I need. I'm to make it, yeah, that's all I breathe. So me show my brother them love them now. Now we let them hard. Me love my brother them dog. And when we grew up in a tenement yard, life sweet, yeah, the weather is bad. Now sweet, yeah, my brother them dog. Loyalty, we treasure it dog. No switches, they bad. You give me a go get a bills back. I agree with the weather in brown. Just a real true blessing and we surrounded. Any friend no real, let me know around it. No man by friend, yes, pronounce that. Me now force no water up no mountain. Heard? Now force no water around the mountain because a lot of times people who call them friends are really unfriendly friends, they're foes. But we're not gonna dwell on that. The moment you realize that, just shift. Just make that shift. It's okay. And a lot of times when we think that we need an entourage around us, we don't really need no other bodyguard than Jesus Christ. We don't need no other bodyguard to be around us because some of these people who come around us is just to steer us to the left when we're supposed to go to the right. So what did not...
You mean like your frenemies?
Listen, we're not even gonna dwell on that, but yes, you know understand what I'm saying. So what didn't kill you, it made you stronger. The tarnish, they tarnished my name. The embarrassment to leave people's man did not stop me. It made me stronger today. It made me an international anger management specialist. It turned me into a domestic violence coach. It propelled me into an international chaplain. It channeled me. My arrest that I encountered in 2018, it allowed me to become a nurse. Yeah? And it reminded me that when I was a child and I was challenged and asked a question, what did I want to become? It reminded me that my answer was a resounding nurse. Didn't even know what the job entailed. Yeah? What did not kill me made me stronger. Yeah? From a charge to a chaplain, not just a chaplain. I can go anywhere in the world with my chaplaincy. It's not about, I'm not gloating and bragging on anyone. I'm sticking to the topic. What did not break me? What didn't kill me? It made me stronger. I can go anywhere in the world and counsel people who are dying on their bed, people who are going through turmoil in their relationship life. I understand that, yes, some of it needs a life coach, but as a chaplain, I can get someone married, I can officiate over a funeral, you understand? And many other things. I can step up in any Navy army to be a chaplain to somebody. I can step up in any sheriff office to be a chaplain to somebody. I can step up in any prison to minister to somebody. And let me tell you something. I remember when I was locked up, one particular girl, inmate, she was there for me. And I told them that I would come back. I did not know that I would become a chaplain. You hear me tell the people? I did not know that I would become a chaplain, that I can go back in the prison to go and empower inmates. You hear me tell? I told her that God is going to allow me to come back. Huh? I may never know it was in the form of a chaplain. Okay? So that's what I'm telling you. What did not kill you What it does, it makes you much stronger. It makes you identify yourself sometimes, because sometimes we don't know who we are or whose we are. It makes you you find your true identity.
Um,
My
I have
God. God,
I
oh Jesus.
have to go, but let me tell those who are listening, especially the poorer Black folks. I mean, people in every nation and culture go through some very serious stuff in their lives that some can't even talk about it. I was talking about someone who shared something with me about the Italian family who have his the girls that the nieces and nephew that was born from his brothers, like all of them in the family go through those little girls. And those little girls have so much pain today that the place where they were born and raised, they don't even want to see that place anymore.
My God.
And as much as they have money, there are some hungry people, they deserve. Now, what I'm saying here is, guys, we do understand the level of pride that we should.
Pride. Here she come back and come talk about pride again. Go on,
Yes,
Carla, go on talk. Go ahead.
We understand that the level of pride that we should use for our protection, that we don't look like. But believe it or not, what do you want to do? Take your pain and save it up because of your pride, because you don't want to put dirty laundry at the crossroad when you can do so much with it and make your life miserable, make yourself miserable. You can't produce. You're being held back in many ways because of your pressure that you're going through with your pain, or share it.
My God.
When you share your pain and you see what it do for others, sometimes your pain wasn't even meant for you. It was meant.
Come on now, sister. Go ahead.
Sometimes it was meant for the little girl next door, because God, if no human being have the same fingerprint,
Mighty
God, what a mighty God. So every one of us that was designed in our mother's womb, Father God knew us before we were delivered in the nursing and the delivery bed.
My God.
He knew us before. And the next one that is gonna aim for suicide, that he knew that one before too. And like I said, God don't put us through any disaster or pain, but while we're there, He keeps us through it.
Yes, He allows us to
for His glory.
Yes, glorify His name. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Because He's God, He could stop it too if He wanted.
Of course.
So, guys, some of you that your uncle mess with you, your brother, and you hold it here, and it's just a lot of things going on in the family. Draw mama one side and tell her what it happened. And tell her to listen, we want to, we need to heal, we need to, I'm not doing it because I'm breaking down the family, I'm not complaining. This is healing time right now.
Yes.
Don't hide your pain.
Yes.
Do not hide your pain. Sometimes
many people suffer in silence, and that's why they feel like giving up and doing all these crazy stuff.
Right? I'll tell you something. Sometimes you can even write it and put it in a bottle and throw it in the sea.
Hey. Somebody might find it one day, fish up on the water.
Somebody might find it who really needs it.
My God. My God. Hallelujah. Jesus. Yeah. And let me tell you, if you feel like you are the black sheep in your family, because I've seen stories and I've listened to lives where, they're considered the black sheep. Don't even label it. Don't you ever dare, I double D dare you to even label yourself as any black sheep. You hear me? I am not your mother. I may not be your sister. I may not be your friend. But I am someone who is assisting you to get out of that valley experience and to move up to that mountain, or to speak to that mountain and let it know that it gotta get flat. Don't you even dare label yourself like that, because let me tell you something. Some of us, like you hear the caller said, we were born to go through it. So we may have been considered the bad sheep or the black sheep of the family. Remember Joseph, he may not have been a bad sheep, but look how his brothers them deal with him. Some of us we are dealt with like that by our own family members. But at the end of the day, you realize who they had to go to for food when they had famine. Do you remember that story? If you even read your Bible.
Okay. So people born for greatness always born under pressure.
All right, then. Hello, diamonds.
Listen, and you see, it's time now that we Christians to be special wake up to the truth about our ancestors. It's time we wake up to the truth about who Jesus Christ is. Okay, and stop listening to all the lies. Okay, because honestly, society had Jesus as a black sheep. You understand? Because of the culture where it was with them lie, saying that he was born in a manger because they were not ruling the earth. He was born in a manger because nobody now take him in there, so he never qualified. He might have never qualified.
And I believe that that was intentional to show us that simplicity sometimes we have to use to survive. And if Jesus Christ was born in a manger, some of us will worry about big house. We worry about when we just go and settle with the one bedroom for a minute.
He was born as a rejected child to society, basically.
Wake up time, Cheza.
King Herod was looking for him to kill him. The king was looking for him to kill him. Okay, society did not want him, but he is God. So look at your position that you are in, and knowing that.
I love this analogy, Carla. I love this analogy. Go ahead.
Yes, look into it and say, when you born, when them come call you black sheep or brainwash. Most children that they call black sheep are special children who take that
90% of the time.
And damage themselves, because a child like that is a special child.
Yes.
You see how talented most of those kids are.
And that's why, but you see, that's why the devil set it up, that people try to destroy them and distract them and deceive them.
You see what I mean?
And to let them think less of themselves.
Look at the example of Jesus Christ. Look at the example of David. People, theologians is not even speaking about it, that David in his household was an illegitimate child. He was not the legitimate child that was born unto his wife. He was the child of a concubine.
Yes.
Okay? And he was in the field, his speckled face white, because when speckles come on your face, those come for a reason. You understand? It means they're speckled. You know? Right?
Yes.
And he was down there doing the sheep and cleaning poop and whatever. How many times the angel went in Jonathan also looking for that king?
Because that's the one they needed, not the others. They said, no, not you. My God.
You understand what I mean? And the concubine son him go for.
That's right.
The angel went for.
That's right. That's right.
And how did Christ label, how did God label David? Man after my own flesh, in the name of Jesus. Don't let nobody put you all down. You understand what I mean?
That's right.
Don't let your mistake hold you down. Use your mistake as a tool.
Very.
Don't go out and use your mistake as a weapon, because a lot of us choose to do that.
Yes.
Look what me is. Look what me go. Look what me can play. Let me tell you something. All of those people that treat me with impunity in my family, that did not want me in my family, all of them uncle and them auntie and something, let me tell you something. To them, they get the most out of it than anybody else. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Their children get more from me than anybody else. You see? Because you don't use, I could do more, I could do something with what their parents did to me. Like, grow up now and say, look at me, at you, and see them hungry and don't give them a grain of rice. Don't put a piece of clothes on their back because of what their parents did, because I'm using that as a weapon and show them how much big house I can buy.
Right.
Yes. I could have way more big houses if I wasn't taking care of them. Don't use what God gave you as a weapon. Yes. Your deliverance. Don't use your deliverance as a weapon.
Yes. My God.
You know?
Very, very solid, wise words.
Jesus did it.
Very solid, wise advice, wise words to those who are listening, even to myself, because like I tell people, we learn from each other and we can learn from each other. And we all are going through something and we can sharpen, encourage, boost someone else, even when we are going through a demise, even when we are going through a rough zone. Yeah? Yes. So, I appreciate.
There are sometimes people you have to discipline some people, like I'm on a discipline role right now where, somebody passed them place big time.
Yeah.
Not recognizing the help that was being granted to them, not recognizing my time.
Yes, so it makes you stronger too, because I just get something from this now. Okay, so let's say you were a walkover. Something that you've been through made you stronger in the sense that you are wise up now. So nobody can take you for a fool for granted. So like I said, it's many different ways we can look at this subject tonight, this topic at hand. My God, wow. I'm telling you guys, when you think that you have it worse than somebody else.
Sometimes you just have to be prepared, like I said, that same person that you don't allow you to take you for granted, you don't allow them to take you for granted. You have to put your feet down. But
yes.
The reason why you and the person, like I said, my latest experience now, it bothers me so much because here I am, of use to someone. And is in the position to help them, and they do need my help, but they got a little rude, inconsiderate, and nasty with it. Okay, and here I am now. I don't have to have you treating me like this.
Yes. Yes.
And I won't put myself in the position for you to treat me like this. I'm gonna cut you off. But while you cut them off, you're looking at your elements. I have the vehicle. I have what they need. And I know that if I don't do it for them, they won't have it. They won't get it. So you have to be ready at the same time that if that person come and say, please forgive me, you go right back to square one and be there to cater to them.
Humility, yes.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
Because you cannot use what God gives you against the people who need help. Like put yourself in this horse, this jockey position to ride over. You see what I mean? You have to be careful, So with all that happened to you in life, and, when it's your time, you just have to be careful.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm even thinking that I probably need to give that person a hint as to what to do. You see, to restore their blessing.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yes. My God. But like I said, when we think it's we alone going through one situation, just remind yourself that you're not alone. Don't let fear stop you. And no matter how hard it gets, do not give up on yourself. If you got a journal, if you got to take things off your mind, if you got listen to something that, will heal you. Never take things for granted. So many gems that were dropped here tonight. You don't have to be perfect, so don't chase perfection and watch what others around you are doing and think that because what they're doing seems so perfect. They did not start because they waited until they were perfect. They just make that bold move and the other foot came after. You want to start a business, you don't have to wait until everything is right before, because you'll never get where you want to go. And then here comes depression. Boom. Oh my God. I tried, but it's like my best was not good enough. No. Challenges are there to channel your path to the top. Remember, read books, articles, listen to stories, listen to platforms like these when people come and speak. Your feeling is only temporary. It's not forever.
Sis, I was listening to something on Auntie Dana. Somebody sent it to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Dana's platform. It was just after, I think it's probably since week here.
Yeah.
This girl was sharing her testimony on Dana's program. A young lady, 32 years old, in Jamaica, came to travel to America, meet a man here, get involved with him, a older guy, got involved with him. She had one son at the time, her son was 10 years old. And she got involved with this guy, and the guy liked her and promised her marriage and all of that kind of stuff, which he did. He did marry her. Turns out he didn't want to file her papers. He just wanted her as that housemaid.
Hostage,
and holding it hostage. Her mother in Jamaica and all of that. She didn't came here for that. Only to realize that her poor child, you're not nice. You would say to her, Mommy, let's go to bed before he comes home because, once he comes home, we're not going to be able to sleep.
My God.
Right? Because he comes home drunk and little boy will be eating. Why you have the fork in that hand? Put it over there, so do that. Use a spoon. Put on the spoon now. Use the fork. And it just was driving that poor kid crazy. And don't chew like that. Take bigger bites. And the poor kid, okay? And he just, anyway, she said the bottom line is that one day this is the straw that broke the camel's back. His friends came home and they were there was drinking and gambling and whatever. And one of his friends used the ice tray. They left ice out the tray and did not put the tray back in the freezer. He puts it in the bottom of the fridge. When they were all gone, he opened the fridge and looked in there and saw the ice tray at the bottom of the fridge and he started curse her and off her beating and treating her that even the neighbors in Florida there.
Oh, wow.
Even the neighbors woke up and come to the door to see what was going on. But what she did, she called 911 and she threw the phone into a corner. So the police was hearing everything that was going on.
Wow.
And they came to the house and they interviewed her. And when she was telling them, they said, you don't have to tell us, we heard. Okay? And they took him and they had him locked up. Now she had to leave that house. The girl hit the street now. Okay? Nowhere to turn. She didn't have any papers because Maggie didn't start filing her papers yet. She ride the train, she ride the bus, nowhere to go. So anyway, the bottom line is, what she said that she did, she said that she was working, doing a little cleaning job. I'm not remembering the whole story, but anyway, she was doing a little cleaning job, right? And from that cleaning job, she said, wait a minute, what I can make my own business from this?
That's what I'm talking about. I mentioned that earlier.
And she started her Airbnb thing. And now she have more contracts than she can handle.
Wow, see?
Right? She rent her house. Now she looked up the battered woman shelter thing and didn't know where to turn, but she went on the internet. She went to the palm shop and bought a second-hand internet and went on it and do all these research, find the bottom woman shelter, the check-in, right? And when she checked in, then she was told that she could be filed for under a certain class.
Right. VAWA.
When she went and checked with the lawyer, they told her $15,000. She said, when did she get the money from to pay a lawyer?
I got a similar story.
She pulled every paper she can and going to every department she can. Right now, she's getting money from welfare. She gets an apartment. Her son turned 14 years old now. He's at the top of his class. Not just the top of his class, but getting government scholarship.
Wow, awesome. Wow.
4 years later, okay? And she's on her way. What doesn't kill you make you stronger. You just have to lay down.
That's
and don't stay down. Hit, look up, and reach for everything that is positive.
Yes, I agree. 100% and more. There's no lie in that, and there's no disencouragement there. So whoever is listening, I hope someone is encouraged today. I hope that you will share this information with somebody who you think can benefit from the information. Here they can gather that information and just sit, listen and think and say, boy, if them can make it, or if that person went through this and still here sitting looking like gold today and diamond, then I guess I can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
One of your first step is to be humble. One
Mm-hmm.
of your first step is to be humble. Don't go out there and say, boy, I need a job where pay me $1,000 a week to get me out of this. Sometimes you just have to take one of the job where them abuse you and pay you little and not.
Oh yes. Oh
You
yes.
understand what I mean?
Oh yes.
And save from it and learn as, oh God Almighty Jesus.
And I mean, there are times when, for example, I remember working at a restaurant when I was at my low, and I was only getting $10 an hour. $10 an hour. Now think about a mother with two children, boys at that, who eat like a farmer horse, right? Eat like any big man. You got rent to pay, and rent not cheap. You need clothes. Even though where I'm at is supposed to be a tropical climate, but during the winter time, and as you see across the world, everything is surely changing. And I remember, cleaning toilets and stuff. Nobody wouldn't want to do that and say, looking at me like a girl like that, wouldn't think that I would even do that. And somebody else would say, I'm not doing that. But guess what? I had to do what I had to do, to kick it into survival mode. And at the same time, when I was there, I was underappreciated. All I would hear is just um, oh, we're gonna promote you, we're gonna promote you. They applaud, but no promotion. You understand? That did I make that deter me? I gave off my best every day. Every time you hear the guest speaking or writing comments, it's all about Cleopatra, Cleopatra, Cleopatra. Because at the end of the day, you never know. Listen, I was at that job and two HR personnel wanted to hire me on the spot. One from the hospital, one of the hospitals here in my city, and one from another nursing home, and that was way before I even thought of becoming a nurse. You see what I'm saying? So again, in my situation, somebody else wouldn't want to do it because they're gonna look down on the job, wiping people's floor, cleaning them bathroom, make sure you clean off the people. You understand what I'm saying? But I did.
Same here. Is my underpaid job, right? That I use. You see, to survive. Because guess what? While I was in the nursing home taking care of 16 patients to one person, I didn't take lunch. I'm like really underpaid. See? But the care that I gave was
remarkable. Yeah, man.
Yes, the care that I gave was
exceptional.
That was admired by the BON.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that when a private duty came around, I was referred to.
That's
and
right.
That's how I'm living today. That same reference.
And giving back to people. And giving back to people.
Right. My job is not the job that is carrying me along financially. It's those private referrals.
Yes.
You see, because of the service. So you see, anything you do it with excellence, and greatness will come from it.
That's right.
Many different ways.
That is so true, guys. Every Thursday we come here, or every day we come here, we have Motivation Monday, we have this day, Testimony Thursday, and we give our testimonies, we share our stories. But somebody out there needs us. Somebody out there needs to hear this. So the few people who are listening, I'm going to ask you if you can share to as many people that you can. You have different groups, your Facebook, right now social media is a thing. We all see where the world is, the direction the world is leading to. I was telling them earlier on, like when I used to come on lives years ago, when we just find out we can come on live, people used to say, she loved Livey, but hear what? At the end of the day, it was always something inspiring, because it's either when I was walking, trying to lose weight, or I was, promoting my products, or whatever I was doing, I was just sharing a moment with somebody, because sometimes not all of us are privileged to have family and friends. Sometimes we're all by ourselves. And just to sit, and you might have internet, you can sit and listen to a program like this and you feel like you're not alone. You see what I'm saying? So in everything, look at the positive side of it. All right? Take away the positive from the negative. Take away something even from the negative and turn it around for the good.
Exactly.
It is possible. It is possible. Don't give up on yourself. Instead of giving up on yourself, just take some time out. Take time out. Cry cree. Come with some strategy. Anytime you see a team who watch basketball and you may have your favorite team and you see them they're probably losing. They're probably losing and then realize, no man, we gotta change something. They cry time out. Same thing. Take time out. Come up with some better strategies that will make you win. Move from that wound to wisdom. You are worthy. You are a winner. Just know that. The pain and the suffering, it brings out the best in us sometimes. Know that. You heard the caller, she spoke about her pain. She didn't use it against other people. She didn't even use it against the same people who caused her pain. Kindness and compassion. Let us spread kindness. Let us spread love. Let us spread compassion, so that somebody's life will be changed. Somebody who feels like they are at their wits' end and they don't know who is going to come through for them. They may not believe in a God, but even if it's a good Samaritan that come along the way, can make a difference to allow them to know their self-worth.
Those who say they don't believe in a God, they have a God.
Well,
everybody has a God.
Well,
you see, just you and I know who our God is. And sometimes I tell people that when you lean on your God and you're not getting the answer that you're expecting to get, kind of try it, look like the other God.
You serious? I like your honesty. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta have humor in everything, no matter what. We can't too stuck up and cloak up. We gotta laugh sometimes. Even laughter. Laughter is such a great medicine. Laughter in itself is such a great medicine. Move away from the solace mode. Move away from isolation, withdrawing yourself. That is not going to make the matter or the situation better. Laugh out loud. When was the last time you laugh out, like bust out one big dirty laugh? When was the last time? I'm speaking to you, my viewers, my audience, my conquerors. When was the last time you laughed so hard that you felt it to the core? No, seriously. No, seriously. 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 When was the last time? We take things too serious sometimes. Like I said, breathe. All right, guys, breathe. We're here for you. This is a safe haven, a safe space. We're not judgmental over here. We deal with people with respect. We treat others as though we would want them to treat us.
Even if you're weak and say you can't do it, I don't know, you better talk, you better say word and done. Even if you're one of those persons, we're not putting you down.
Not putting you down. We're not here to cast you down. We're here to lift you up. Right.
Even God, even with you being weak, give us the strength to glorify God for ourselves, because guess what? We could be like you too.
That's right.
Feeling weak and no way out.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
See? So, when you look at what other people have gone through and see the pain that they're going through and how it breaks them up, you see what I mean? Don't tell them that they're weak and you can do better than that and not judge them.
That's not making it any better for them. Exactly. Yep.
You see, and that too strengthens you too more to see, oh my God, look at what happened to Jane, and Jane is falling apart.
Never give up the fight.
I am here. Why is it that I am not in Jane's position? And it helps you to look up to that place.
Never give up the fight.
Where your God is.
Yes. Amen.
Yep. But see, let me say this, like the Psalms Father God, that those that are listening in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that they too can take a piece of what they're hearing and apply it to themselves.
Yes.
You don't have to do it in large, in big ways.
Not, they don't need chunks, just a little teeny piece.
Yes. The mother that hates you, the father that hates you, the cousin that hates you,
the job that you didn't get, the man that you didn't get, the woman you didn't get, the bank account that is not stacked, the house you have not yet achieved. Just look at it that it's not time yet. Are you even ready? You know? Set up yourself for a comeback. Set up yourself for a comeback.
That's right. And every bad thing that happened to you, look at how you can lean it like these skeleton that leads to the proper energy.
It's leaning, exactly. It's leaning for sunshine. Give me some of that. Give me some of that.
Energy.
Lean, exactly. Energy is too expensive, so we can't waste it. Yeah.
Lean to the proper energy, and the proper energy don't have to be the married man down the road. Don't have to be the money guy that is making.
Actually, I'm gonna talk about that Saturday night on my live. Why are we selling our souls? Why are we selling our souls? Actually, that's my topic. Today I came up with that one.
It's not even selling their soul. It's great ambition and what their parents taught them.
No, well, I chose that topic because I chose that topic because in essence they're selling their souls.
Listen, finding a nice guy who can take care of you is most or many women's dreams, so. But is that what you want? Can you gain your strength from that? These are the things we need to look at.
That's my topic for Saturday night. And why I said, why are we selling our souls? Because we have to remember, I said it at the start of this conversation tonight. This body here is temporary. We have to worry about our soul. We have to worry about our soul. And some of us, our souls are so fragmented because, we don't want to sit down and sometimes be by ourselves. Sometimes we don't want.
Remember that many of your listeners are Catholics too,
Well, look, I understand I have variety. That's why we have a conversation.
Many of them are Catholics and they have their assurance from their pastor that they'll pray out of purgatory.
That's why we have dialogue. I like to hear everybody's point of view.
They're not going to listen.
That's okay. Remember, this platform is.
They're not worried about their soul.
This platform is not for everybody.
Right. They're not worried. No, it's for them too,
It's not for everybody. It won't be. We can't please everybody. That's how it goes.
No, it's for people like those too.
I
they don't believe in repentance the way we believe it because they were not taught that way. You see what I mean? And there has to be a way to reach these people, like I was saying about,
Or why do we sell ourselves short? So the topic ties in. Why do we sell ourselves short? So that ties in with that. Yeah.
Right. So they might think that they don't worry about their soul right now because.
Worry about the soul ties. If you don't worry about your soul, worry about them soul ties. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're not worrying about their soul because they're taught that what. Once you're dead, that can pray and your soul will be okay. That's their belief, and we can't change that. But what I'm saying here is what you look at is the source that you're leaning to. If you're a pretty girl, if you're a pretty man who find the money girl out there, she just have the money and she's pretty.
It's gonna be based on that line. It's gonna be based on that line, definitely.
If you are a pretty girl or whoever,
you don't want to cut your fingernail, you don't want to clean the floor, you just want the top man sit down in the car front every day. You don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? That's the life you want to live. Are you willing to work for it?
I'm not even going to put them there. I'm just going to say you have great ambition in finding the best. You see?
True.
And you have the potential to find the best. You have the potential to find the best man. You have the potential to find the best girl.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that on that platform on Saturday.
Yeah, but when you find it, you see what I mean. In case it leaves you, what are you left with?
What are you left with? There you go.
Shell,
empty shell.
There and lean towards the strength of positiveness to be your own guard. I didn't say God. I said guard. You
Yeah.
see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, even if you're gonna get that rich guy or whatever, if it is gone from you, you have a great portion of you left.
You gotta have substance.
Right. Seek, just always go towards energy. Always seek good energy. You know, sis?
Yep.
Hey, life is one big road with a lot of signs.
I'm telling you,
Tenasa. To face reality all
the time.
time.
That's right. Uh-huh.
You know? God bless you all. You know, God bless you all. Cleo, keep doing what you're doing. And if 100 people don't gain something from what you're doing, and one do, it is 200 that did.
My God. Wow. Yes, ma'am. Glory be to God. You know, it is my passion. And as I said, God knows what to do. He knows everything. And as long as it's in alignment with him, and you know, it's empowering someone, because no matter what the conversation, the aim is to empower someone, is to create and cultivate a community with change, and a community that we all can achieve. We all can be champions, true champions. So it's creating that creating and cultivating that community, you know, so that we can have true champions. We all conquer together, you know? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So I appreciate you as well calling in, edifying us, sharing your testimony and or testimonies and other insights as well. It's always a pleasure. And you know, don't be a stranger. Keep coming back and share the live with others as well. Let them know that we're here almost every day, because going forward, I'm gonna be doing motivation Mondays. It may not be as long as like the testimony Thursday and the social Saturday, or the family Friday. So motivation Monday, we're gonna, you know, probably 20 minutes, half an hour. Transformation Tuesday, we're gonna throw that in as well, probably half an hour, tops an hour, if that much. We have Wise Up Wednesday, where we upload videos as well. It's always something that is edifying to you and that adds value to your life. We have the Testimony Thursday. We're gonna have Family Friday. We're going back to our game nights. And we're going to have Social Saturday, where you come on, get the juicy sauce with Life with Royal Cleopatra on YouTube only. And then Sunday is going to be Spontaneous Sunday. Anything goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, some going to be like very brief, and some, you know, wherever it goes, it goes. So I appreciate you, and don't be afraid to come back, invite, share, and give us your feedback. If there's any topic or idea that comes up and you want to, you know, reach out and say, hey, what about this? Can we discuss this? By all means. All right.
Jesus is.
All right. So you have a blessed night.
And you too.
Okay.
And all you listeners.
That's right. All right, guys. So we appreciate her tonight as one of our Conqueror state, that she is very wise. I mean, she gave us some prudent advice and different options of how we can look at life or take things into our hands and move forward. So, guys, it was my pleasure to be here with you tonight and to come on here, speak on a topic that it's very needed in times like these, when people feel like giving up. They feel like throwing in the towels, giving up on themselves, everything that they've already invested in. It's like it means nothing to them just because of one situation. Now is not the time for that. Just keep going on and on. You have life. Where there is a will, there is a way. You have hope to cope. And your situation can heal not only you, but also someone else who needs to hear that they are not in this thing all by themselves. So it was my pleasure. And I thank you for tuning in, listening, watching. Those of you who stayed with me from the beginning to the end, and you were there even with the previous live where we had that technical issue difficulty with the sound, but we check, and we say we're gonna come on tonight and we're gonna make it happen. And we're gonna crush and trample the devil because we gotta give God the glory. We gotta testify. We gotta let people know of His grace and mercy. Let people know that yes, He's a deliverer. And then people who always try to put us down, let them know that look, you are not the author of my life, and you're not definitely not the finisher of my life. You know what I'm saying? And with all due respect, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Never tell yourself that you can't. That's for sluggards. Never let anyone validate you. That's for parking tickets. Never let anyone speak defeat to you because you are a true champion. You are more than a conqueror. It's your girl, Royal Cleopatra. Tune in, same time, same place, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm coming to you live from the US of A. You know where it is already. All right, guys? So you have yourself a blessed night. Morning, rather. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's another day. It's a new day. And we're still here. We got to give thanks for life. We're still breathing. We still have another chance to get it right, even if we made mistakes, even if we failed. All right, guys? So have yourself a wonderful day. And I'll see you later on. All right? We will have family night. Bye-bye. Could play this song to take you out. Yeah. When you think that you can't make it,
our goal is to help
when
people
you think
cook
that
some
you
of the
can't
best
make
dishes
it,
possible.
there's always a way out of your situation. Okay? All right.
Why you worry about? Why worry about when you can pray? Daddy, move your hands from your job and move your hands. So take a thought for tomorrow. Listen to them words now. Things are already better. Things are already better. Things are already better. Already better. The Lord is on my side. Things are already better. 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 Already better. You see the Lord is on our side. Things are already better. Things are already better. Things are already better. No matter what the money, no matter what the water full of shot. Even though we break too look far, we just not go work because we have another walk. No matter what the hill looks steep, no matter what the river look deep. We break too look like it's a fleet. We just not go work because we soul gotta keep. Guess what? Get me teeth already. We don't get to get but me teeth already. Let's in a fleet already. Can't tell me some me are the weak already. They have to prepare with me teeth already. We are up to me blessing me sleep already. Up overflow times me eat already. Food not share it but it's sweet already. Things are already better. Things are already better.
That's right. Things already better. Things already better. That's right, Chaz. You better know it's already better. Even sometimes we may not see it right away, but it's already better. That's right. Let's go.
Ya está bien. El Señor está conmigo. Ya está bien. Ya está bien. Ya está bien. Get up and I worry about full of anxiety and I hurry about. We can get you up, no let them sorry out. You got to be a thing like corridor. Listen, me man, stop singing them sorry out. You got a plan for your life, for your career.
Sometimes you gotta stop saying that you're sorry and just do it. Do the damn thing. Do it, do it. Let's do it. And knowing that Christ is with us. All right.
Things are ready better. Things are ready better. Things are ready better. He shall supply all your needs. You are gonna take care of you. Never leave and not forsake you. You are gonna take care of you. Trust him with all of thine heart.
Trust him.
Take care of you. Say I'm more than a conqueror. So take care of you. Things are already better. Things are already better. You see the Lord, He is on.
Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Don't give up. Don't give up. you gain more than if you should give up. When you trot on, get over that hurdle, jump over, walk over, climb, creep over. You can get over. You can overcome. Yeah.
Things already better. Things already better. Things already better. Things already better.
And you know something, sometimes when you least expect it, your breakthrough was right around the corner. That moment when you felt like giving up, your breakthrough, you would have missed it. That's what I'm telling you. Just take some time out and keep going.
Already better. Things already better. Things already better. Ah, Jesus, He is here on our side. Things already better. Things already better. Things already better.
Okay, guys. Good night. I am signing out. I'll see you later on. Girl, gotta go and get some sleep. You too. Don't forget to pray before you get to sleep. And if you're at work, like Chess is at work, I don't know if you're still at work, but just keep doing the do. Never give up, even when it seems like you're doing it in vain. Just tell yourself that, look, there is a reason. I've got purpose. I am purpose. I am a promise, a great big bundle of potentiality. All right, guys? So you may not get it right the first time, but when you make that mistake, you know what to do the next time so you can get it right the next time. The aim is to get it right the first time, all the times, but sometimes, for whatever reason, it may not end up that way. All right. So bless up yourself, Chess. Thank you so much for tuning in. And every Thursday we're here. Sorry again for the issues. It's time to go because the mic keep going out. I had an amount and then I had an announcement to make, but I kept it back for a reason. Big surprise. So make sure that you look out on the page. Look out, look out. Surprise is coming. And make sure that you tune in every Thursday night. Even if you can't come on any other night, and you can. I know sometimes it may not be that you can, but we appreciate you all. Have yourselves a lovely day. Bye bye.